most of the things.
Most
That's
of the
in my
things.
head
It was
now.
yeah. There's people online who are like, this movie was nothing like Resident Evil. I'm like, what are you even saying?
Yeah,
And
what
they're
are you
like,
talking about?
and so to the point where they're like,
Okay,
just
we're
give
live.
us the 6 other movies that we had
There
before
we go.
this. And it's like, what?
Welcome to the Mutant Ages, where we talk about
We're live,
Resident
dude.
Evil. Welcome to Raccoon City, the live-action adaptation of the life and times of Leon Kennedy,
Where the hell
Chris
is the
Redfield,
live-
Claire
This
Like-
stream
Redfield,
is for you, the master of
God,
unlocking.
Oh my God.
and Ryan Pagella is going to be tweeting the
That's
link
me.
to this YouTube video.
I'm the
So he's
one.
busy and he can't introduce himself. But I'm Maddy Myers, and you are watching the third part of a 3-part series of videos in which we read a script called Wolverine and the X-Men that was never made. And thank God.
Thank
All right,
you.
well,
It's a
can
steaming
you, who
pile of
wants
shit.
to recap what is this
Well,
has been
first
about?
let's introduce our cast. Of course, we have Todd Harper, played by the beautiful Una. And we also have Katie, and we have the
Hello.
other Ryan Truman, who have all three joined me and the original Ryan Pagella, in acting
OG
out
Rye.
the life and times of Wolverine, Kitty Pryde, Professor X, and all the rest in
That's right.
a script that we can only describe as shit. I
Shout out to
truly,
Drake,
I was thinking
literally the
earlier
only
today-
person watching this right now.
Okay,
Well, we haven't
okay.
tweeted it yet, so that's part of it. That's part of the issue here.
It's tweeted. It's been tweeted now. I also wrote in the tweet, "Wish us luck."
Wish us luck. Okay.
Why are we wishing us luck? Why would we feel that way about this particular thing that we've been reading?
Because
Okay.
ideally we'll be able to
Who
make
wants
it through
to-
this script without murdering somebody.
Okay.
Including the person who wrote it. So
Mhm.
in
It's
parts
actually
1
the
and
person who
2,
wrote it.
in parts 1 and 2, we learned that Kitty Pryde is a high schooler who can phase through objects and also her own clothes, and she just can't seem to keep them on whenever she uses her powers. And it sounds
That
like
is
I'm
her
setting
power?
up the porn parody
her
of
power.
X-Men, but sadly I'm not. Sadly, that's a very real thing that happened in this.
Yeah,
in
it is
this
like
screenplay.
legitimate. Okay.
She gets to know Professor Xavier and the rest of the gifted school of mutants, but all of them are older than she is. She's the only high schooler mutant in this story. Everybody else is in their mid to late 20s.
It's.
And-
I mean, I guess. Also, it's like
Hey.
X-Men Evolution, where Wolverine's just randomly like the teacher.
Yeah, Wolverine is the
Yeah.
teacher / tracker who helps Xavier find and recruit mutants. But shit's really hitting the fan now in this universe, because
Yeah.
instead of facing Magneto, we're facing a different mutant with metal powers who's a literal Nazi and also a figurative Nazi who thinks mutants are the supremacy that should rule the world.
Can
But
you
he's
be-
also kind of
Can
not
you
a Nazi.
can you do that? Can
I
you
don't-
both literally and figuratively be something
Yeah.
at the same
Yeah.
time?
Listen, I don't know.
If anything, it's in here.
That's his
If
mutant
anything.
powers, being able to both literally and figuratively be something
this-
at the same time.
I don't know how else to describe this character, Todd. Feel free to jump in and
No,
help me
no,
out.
I-
He's an actual Nazi. Which
Oh my
doesn't
god,
make
I was
sense for
just trying to
Magneto.
tell a joke. I've ruined it. Now everyone hates me. I'm going home.
No, we love you, and you have to stay because you're locked in.
Because you're Una.
This is
We already did
part three.
introductions. It's done.
Okay, so also we met Warren Worthington on part 2, which I keep mentioning as though it's important. It's really not. I don't think he's going to come back. I was just shocked he was in the script, honestly. I couldn't believe it. He was there, and he's a hick in the middle of nowhere. He's closeted.
He is a hick.
Yeah.
100%. Okay, so this
Yeah.
script
The
is
truth.
so bad.
He's got
and
a
very-
truth.
He has a truck. He has a truck, and
This-
actually that is semi-relevant because Wolverine and Kitty escaped in the truck.
I
Oh,
think that's the first thing we
and
started, actually.
and evil not Magneto has kidnapped all the other mutants, and they're all on crosses, crucifixes.
Yes.
Remember that?
Mm.
So
Yes.
Kitty and Wolverine are
I don't-
about to go
I
save.
really want to know
the
what that
X-Men.
has to. He's like, what is his motive? Like, he is Magneto. He's got magnetic powers, and he's captured the X-Men, and he's crucifying them for being mutants. I feel
Yeah,
like
why
whoever
doesn't
wrote
he
the script-
want to
Oh, and
convert
he's-
them to
and
his
he's,
side? Or is
He's
he
in the
getting
not?
his-
closet.
He is getting his dick
He
sucked
is
by
closeted.
Mastermind, by the way.
The
Oh,
whole
that's right,
mastermind
he
as
is.
well is there.
Okay.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
true.
Mastermind's like a main character in this. Like, this is what they would have chosen to put up. Oh, this script is very offensive. You can go back and watch
Yeah.
the last two readings to see how offensive it has been, but it's been offensive towards people of color, people of mental disabilities,
women, just across the
Women.
board,
Yeah,
women.
it's
like
we got
kind of
40 more
missing
pages.
the entire point of the X-Men, which is about marginalized classes, which they essentially like make all these stereotyped assumptions of them throughout this script, which is kind of like now Magneto's a Nazi. Like also
it's full circle. It's all the way around.
We got
Magneto's a
35
Nazi,
more
that really-
pages of script to go, and I feel like you should just brace yourself because shit got real racial last time.
Yeah.
It sure
Like,
did. It sure did. And I
considerably
really don't.
racial enough that the 5 of us were like, should we skip this page?
Yeah, like, should we be reading this at all?
Yeah, like
They
have we
also went
made a
through-
horrible mistake? Should we all?
Yeah, there was also, there was some sexual assault, quote, humor, unquote.
They also blew up every denomination of every church, of
Right.
Yep.
every religion
blew
that's
up a
ever
mosque.
existed, and
They
blamed it
did.
on the X-Men.
They
I
did.
forgot
That was
about
something
that.
else that
I
not
forgot.
Magneto did.
Yeah.
He, as a terrorist attack, but he framed Xavier for it. In so
Right.
doing,
That's true.
Mastermind
They
used
framed
his
all-
illusion
like,
powers
each
to frame
person
Xavier.
I don't
envisioned
know how, like
Framed
does
Xavier for it by having Jason make him appear as Zordon from Power Rangers, which
He
is actually
did, but
pretty
also it's
awesome.
crazy. It's like Mastermind had the ability to like project illusions across the world. Like that's a
Yeah,
really fucking
simultaneously,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah,
he is
what?
incredibly powerful.
Yes.
So now that we've recapped this, do we feel ready for this scene
ready.
featuring Kitty and Wolverine in a truck,
Oh,
two mutants against the world together traveling? I can read the
I think
stage
they've already
directions.
gotten out of the truck.
They're on
They're
the
arriving
open
at-
road.
Did they
Yeah.
blow
Page are
up
we on
the
now?
gas station that they just left, or did they just leave?
Uh,
I mean, they were. I think
I think they're
we
still
went to
driving
Warren,
together.
right?
Crossfire.
I don't know. I don't remember if like they went to Warren's before or after that gas station.
I think
Oh,
they,
gas station was after, because
I think
they
that was
were
after.
in his truck.
Okay,
but I don't
That
think
was
they've blown
after.
up the truck because based on the beginning of page 85, they're still in the truck. So we'll start
Yeah.
at exterior countryside
I can't
day.
believe
Vroom, the pickup speeds down the highway. It's important to include the vroom. Cut to exterior Prince Metalworks compound. This is the guy who's
Oh,
not
Prince
Magneto.
is Nazi
His name's
Magneto.
Prince.
That's
Yes.
that's important.
Wait,
Yeah.
where are we?
We're on page
So we're
85 out
outside
of
whatever-
120.
I'm on
Ryan's
page
not.
85, but I do not see the same things that you're describing.
Yeah, the same thing. What I see at the top is Xavier
Oh,
saying
Wait,
there's still
okay.
Wolverine.
No, you have to go down one more page, right? I don't know
Oh.
why, but it looks like there's 285.
There is 285s. What the?
Oh no, it's
Whoa.
an 85 and an 86, but it's so poorly scanned.
We're
that
on
we
the
can't-
Wait.
85th page of the PDF,
We're
but
on the
that's
85th
not the
page of the
same as the
PDF.
85th page
You're
of the
correct.
script.
You
which-
are correct.
Okay.
There are 285s because this script is nothing if not organized.
Mm.
Anyway, on to the second 85 at Prince Metalworks compound. A flatbed truck with a load under a tarp is waved through security. Exterior compound / mess hall night. Close on tarp over lumber. A shiny pointed blade pokes through the canvas and slices open a long rip. Wolverine looks through the hole. He
That is
climbs
not
out.
discreet.
He climbs
Wait,
out.
hold on. He like cut a little hole, then he climbed through the little hole. Like,
Yeah.
what? I'm like,
Wouldn't he just
I'm
be like,
imagining. No, I'm imagining Ace Ventura, like the second
Yes.
movie when he like falls out of like the rhino's butt. That's like a
Yeah.
tiny little hole. That's what I'm imagining.
All I can think of, well, okay, because this Wolverine is always Hugh Jackman in my head when I envision him, and I'm just having this great image of Hugh Jackman's like little paws like coming up over the hole, and then his head comes up, and you hear that like sound you hear in
And
like
he's
a
like,
Scooby-Doo
"Crikey!"
show.
Crikey. It's me,
I think we
Wolverine.
found that compound.
Anyway, Wolverine hears something.
Who?
Pulls her into a strand of trees, and by her I mean Kitty. I forgot that Kitty
Yes,
also
which he
is taking Kitty with him.
I like
Yeah,
how the
I
script didn't
skipped
even
that sentence.
specify
No,
who
it did. It
was.
did. I just skipped a sentence by accident. You're fine. Guards pass.
keep an eye out for Jason? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Wait,
I will be Hugh Jackman if you. No, I'm just kidding.
you
No.
were Wolverine last time. Why would you not be Wolverine now?
Because we change this every time.
I know.
All right, Ryan, you're Wolverine.
Keep an eye out for Jason. When I finish with Prince, I'll meet you back here.
He turns to go.
Wolverine,
What?
I'm scared.
Good. It means you're not stupid.
He creeps away.
Why is
Jeez,
he
Logan.
creeping?
Actually, like that exchange though.
I don't think it's out of character.
I
Wolverine
don't think so
sniffs,
either.
These
waits
are the
as two
two
soldiers
characters
pass.
written into character the entire time.
You know,
Yeah.
I will
He's
say that
sleeping
we
right
skipped
now.
we skipped that in the
Each other.
recap. Wolverine and Kitty have largely been pretty well written together. Only when it's the two
Only
of them
together.
together,
Yeah.
not
Except
individually.
for that one time where she had no clothes on. That
Yes,
was a little weird.
I'm not
Yeah.
counting that as them together though, because she was
He just
alone in the
threw a toy
warehouse.
at her
then.
and walked
No,
away.
he shows up with her clothes. They were in the same
I feel like
room.
Wolverine awkwardly folding a young woman's clothes is still in character though.
Yeah.
And
Fair.
bringing them to her later? I don't
Fair.
know.
Wonder whose
Yeah.
these are.
I'll fold these poorly.
Like holding the camisole over himself, going like,
Interesting. Yeah,
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 like,
yeah, yeah.
It would cut me across the bust.
Anyway, Kitty watches from the shadows. She sees Jason come out of a
Oh, I'm here.
building. She tries to
That's
get
him.
Wolverine's attention. He's already out of sight. Unable to
I know.
resist, she follows
You
Jason.
have like a whole page of reading to do now.
I
There's, like,
sure
a
do.
shit- There's so many shots it's about to
What?
establish, and I don't know why.
Oh.
Let's establish 6
wow.
things. The first thing is the
Okay.
jail hangar. Jason goes into the building where the X-Men are kept. He passes through security, heavy doors are opened, and he's allowed inside. Kitty takes a breath and phases through a side wall. We're
Okay.
still in the jail hangar, but this is a different shot for some reason. Kitty's pleased with herself for phasing. She edges along the wall.
No,
and
it's
sees...
she.
Okay, there's multiple typos in the sentence. I wasn't going to make fun of it, but there are. She
Yeah.
sees Jason speaking with the guards. She tries to phase into the bunker. She bounces off, rubs her head, tries again, makes it through. The X jail. Kitty
I
It
emerges in
literally
the
says
room.
X jail in the script.
X
It's very
hyphen
important.
Why are
J.
we
Jail
doing
at
Come
night.
on, we're like just randomly doing the scenes from the Dark Phoenix now, where like Emma Frost has put all the X-Men into little jail cells. It's only Kitty Pryde who can phase in there and find them.
Yeah.
I
Like-
think it's. I really want to
Because
just
Nightcrawler
applaud
can't teleport in this version of the script.
Nope.
So
I
he
don't know
can't
why
get
he
away.
can't teleport. It's
because this
never
movie's bad,
explained.
Ryan. Because the movie is terrible.
Yeah.
That's the explanation.
There's not a better one. Kitty emerges
I
into the
applaud
room.
the script's commitment
Look at
to
it,
pointing out
stupid.
whether it's night or not.
I
in all of
know.
these interior shots,
I
it
haven't
with
been
no
reading
windows.
it, but it has been
Yeah.
saying that it's night every single time, even though they're indoors in like an underground warehouse or whatever. So
Yeah, but
it's
no
important.
windows.
No
Whether
windows.
it's night or not is irrelevant. We don't know.
But it's
Shout out
night.
to chat, by the way, guys, because they're like playing bingo over here to see how many offensive things can happen.
I
They're just
also,
waiting for
I
they're
also
waiting for a
appreciate.
homophobic comment at this point.
I appreciate
Awesome.
Drake quoting Mr. Logan, "You should wear a seatbelt." Classic line. I don't know why Kitty didn't
you
say
know,
it in
I
the
know,
script.
I know
Yep.
that's not even okay. What's funny? That's not even what they say in the X-Men movie. She
I
says, "I
know.
think you should wear a seatbelt," but in our movies, for
In
Devo,
our
we're like,
version,
Mr. Logan.
Mr. Logan.
Oh my
Anyway,
God.
Kitty emerges into the X jail with her captive teammates. She
She
gets
sure
their
does.
attention. They hide their joy. She
you
signals, "What do I do?" What does that signal look like, do you think, Katie?
I think the exact thing you just
I-
did is
I-
pretty much what it probably was.
Kurt
Okay,
points
you're
to a
going like,
control
"Eh?"
panel on the wall.
Eh?
I feel like Katie, this is like perfect for you.
Yeah,
right
this
now.
is a role you were
You
meant for.
dealing with Maddie and I doing some stupid shit, and Katie being like,
What do I do?
"Yeah."
Anyway, Kitty walks over to the control panel that Kurt pointed out. A large red switch is marked alarm. She flips it from on to off. Cool. Instantly, trap doors open underneath her. Kitty falls into a
Wow.
pit 12 feet
Wow.
deep. Jason walks to the edge.
Wait, how did that not break her leg? By the way,
Because it's an
That's Toby.
illusion.
Are we sure? Because
Very
Jason's like, "Phase all you want, Kitty. There's no place to go but China." I don't know why he says that. Why does he say that?
Because it's
And
the
apparently you
extremely
can go
old
straight through
joke
the
if you
core of
go
the
all the way
earth.
All
through
the way
the
through
earth.
the earth.
Yeah,
Okay,
phase
but,
through
like,
the earth.
he could phase. She could phase other directions and get some, whatever.
That's a great
Also,
doesn't-
if you
Jason does
fall
not
through
know
the planet
geography
in
is
the
my
eastern
point.
seaboard of the United States, you're not going to end up in China.
What?
For the record.
It's the first time
Yeah.
hearing of it. Anyway, Kitty looks up and sees Jason looking down at her, laughing. Cut to exterior Prince's house, night. Wolverine
How'd he
cuts a
get
circle
outside?
in a window with his claw.
How do you get
That's cool.
outside? Whatever.
Wait.
Because he's
What?
Solid Snake. That's what this whole thing is. It's Logan Gear Solid.
It is Logan Gear Solid.
Yeah,
Okay,
couldn't you
Cut
tell
to
because of my voice?
Adamantium Gear Solid? Does that work better?
That would make
Interior-
I'm trying to save the X-Men, but I'm dummy thick, and the clap of my claws is alerting the guard.
Perfect.
Wolverine
Colonel,
sneaks
I
through the
mean-
house and sniffs his way to the library. He listens at the door, then smiles. He loves how books smell. Interior library night. Prince sits at his desk and reviews a contract. Wolverine enters in front of him.
Hey, bub. It's payback time.
Wolverine advances confidently towards Prince, ready to vivisect him.
Ooh,
Okay.
big words.
Whoa.
Oh, right. Right.
You're Prince, Todd.
I'm playing Nazi Magneto.
That's right. That's you.
That's right. You owe me one dead body.
But as Wolverine extends his arms to grab Prince's throat, something blocks his
or
way.
his dick.
He's repelled by an invisible force. Wolverine, puzzled, struggles to get to Prince, but he's pushed further and further away. Prince smiles. Wolverine grimaces. I remember this scene.
too, little man.
Wham! Wolverine flies across the room as if propelled by a silent explosion. He crashes into the wall.
Oh my god, this dialogue is killing
It's
me.
awful.
Yeah. I play with magnets. I can't not do it now. Like, I can't.
You have to keep the
can't
Skeletor
not
voice
do
going
the
now.
Snidely Whiplash voice because this dialogue is so bullshit.
Like 1940s
I play
Rocky
with
Bullwinkle bullshit.
magnetism. Your metal skeleton is made to order.
Twirl, twirl, twirl.
Oh,
Wolverine
I'm
gets to his
just
feet.
fully embracing Batman the Animated Series Joker now. That's, might as well
Yeah,
just go
right
for it.
on. Wolverine charges at Prince. He's sent flying up into the ceiling. Wham! He falls to the floor. Thud!
I'd say your arrogance is way out of line with your abilities. Wow, I went straight
Hilarious.
up Ryan Pagella villain voice there.
I mean,
for a
really,
second.
it's like my interpretation of Mr. Sinister.
Is that
right
Mr.
here.
Sinister? As Wolverine starts to get up, Prince slams him sideways into a wall, then into another wall. Wolverine bounces around the room like a handball, leaving smudges of blood.
Damn.
His
Okay, so can you
bones
imagine
show
they-
through in several places.
Do
He
you
doesn't
imagine
have
they
bones.
like filmed this and they just whipped him around and blood's gushing everywhere and they're like PG-13 everyone.
I don't think this writer knows that his entire skeleton is adamantium because his bones shouldn't.
I think he does.
They'd
know
just
that
be really
because, like,
shiny.
He's whipping
Yeah,
around,
I guess they could
right?
just be really shiny bones. All right, I'll take it. Shiny, shiny bones. Jason
Yeah.
arrives with news of Kitty. He's astonished to see that Prince easily toys with his former hero. Oh, Jason had a quash.
Jason, this is the invincible Wolverine. I think you're in better company now.
Oh, this
Well-
is like a blowjob situation.
It is. Oh, the two of them. I mean, whatever.
Yes. Oh, no,
Wolverine's
they're
got more
fucking.
heart than Rocky. He picks himself up. Snicked. Now the fur's gonna
Slick
fly.
is spelled wrong. All right, sorry.
Prince just laughs. Wolverine's arms don't obey him. His claws turn against him. He stabs himself in the throat with his left hand.
Jesus.
He
Yeah.
stabs himself in the
PG-13?
belly with his right. He rakes his claws up through his abdomen.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
You've
this
got-
is like a rated R movie, guys.
Yeah, this is bad.
Yeah.
You've got guts, Wolverine.
No!
Pause for laugh.
Please, come on. You need to do it more like, you've got guts, Wolverine.
Wolverine,
Wow.
welcome to die.
Right.
I gotta hand it to you, and he's gonna do something with his hand, isn't he?
Ugh. Jason's
Okay,
in
wait,
anguish.
Jason's, like,
Jason's in
crying.
anguish at these puns.
He's crying in the corner because his crush
hurt his
Wolverine is
dick.
dead.
Seeing his old friend and crush eviscerated in front of his eyes, Wolverine looks to Jason for help. Jason, frozen in terror, answers only with a look of pity. Prince hyperextends Wolverine's elbows and knees past the breaking point. They snap. They shouldn't be
Oh
able
my
to
God.
snap, though. Because, again, the
What is
adamantium.
No,
But
so they
anyway.
make more like scraping noises, like.
Yeah. They snap with loud, nauseating cracks. Prince knots Wolverine's flaccid limbs behind his back. Again, should be
What?
possible.
Flaccid. You have
As
to
he
use
tightens
word
the knot.
flaccid.
Katie, oh my god. As he tightens the knot in Wolverine's dick, Wolverine's spine folds back on itself. The vertebrae snap
my
with a series of
God.
grisly crunches. Again, not it.
Yeesh.
With the last few crunches, Wolverine's agony dissolves into the peaceful escape of death. Wait, he dies? Sorry?
I think he's gonna come back to
What?
life, but like that was so much for this movie.
So
That's
absurd.
we have to go
Yeah,
ahead and
I
say,
even
well,
moved him.
maybe this
Yeah.
would have been.
Got the colors match on one.
Anyway, Prince slumps into a chair exhausted. Jason,
Wow,
just
that
shaken,
wore me out.
checks the body.
He's dead.
Ryan can't
Don't
keep
you
his
say
straight
that?
face. Don't you say that. Atalanta walks in and sees the freakish lump of flesh and
All
metal
right,
on the
she's
floor.
Okay. Bury this piece of junk, Jason. You helper.
Jason stares
Jason
at the
stares
body.
at the body.
Cut
God,
to.
now I gotta take over because Maddy's playing Adeline.
Oh, that's right. Thank you very much, my friend.
I can read if you want me to do
No,
that, though.
it's fine. I need something to
Okay.
occupy my mind,
Well,
so I
you're
stop
also-
envisioning.
Right.
You are also in this scene.
Stop envisioning
along
the
with
pile
Phil.
of Wolverine.
Whoever the fuck Phil is. This scene
Who
involves
is
Atalanta, Phil, and Prince. You know.
All right, well, I guess
I
you're
think
on
Phil is
deck.
the Boston accent guard guy that we make
Oh,
fun
yeah,
of.
that was
Plays
the
us.
last time.
no.
I'm
Read
God
it
and the
that
X-Men
character.
over here.
I got the
All right.
X-Men. I'll keep reading. I'll keep reading, Todd, so that you can remain Prince. Cut to jail hanger at compound
Thanks.
night. Mobs with torches shout choruses of "Death to the X-Men! Death to the X-Men!"
Wait.
Wait, I
You
gotta
Death
read
to
the whole
the
section.
X-Men!
Maddie, hold on.
You
Slow
skipped
down.
like an entire
Oh, I'm
page and a half.
sorry.
man.
I was so excited to read that.
Scrap metal yard.
Okay, fine.
Maddie's
I
just, like,
forgot.
chanting in the background.
Maddie's
That's on the
so
next
ready for the
page.
script
I'm
to be over.
sorry.
She's on like
Um,
page 110.
JK. Jason and Atalanta get out of a car. Wolverine's remains are in the back seat. Atalanta stands up behind the car and pushes it over the ledge off a deep pit, partially filled with scrap metal. The car crashes to the bottom of the hole. In my defense, this scene doesn't
Right.
need to be here. This
No.
would be cut.
No, it doesn't.
This
A
movie
bulldozer
does well
shoves
here.
piles of scrap metal on top of the car. Atalanta
Wow.
cheerfully plants a rusty TV antenna on top of the mound as a kind of mocking cross. And she says, "Don't feel sad, honey. You've got us." I don't know what that means.
I
You've
think
got
she's like,
us?
You've got us now.
Yeah, like, you've got us.
You've got us.
We
instead
just-
of
Oh,
Wolverine.
I just
murdered your
realized she's
hero.
talking to Jason. I thought she was
Yeah.
talking to Logan.
No,
Yeah,
so
that,
she's
that wouldn't. Yeah, no.
It's like-
She's
yeah.
actually talking to the entire cast of the Brave Little Toaster, who's also hanging out in this dump trying not to die.
And they're all being recruited by not Magneto. Honestly, that makes sense, actually. That would track.
Okay.
Anyway, she walks off. Jason stays for a moment at Wolverine's grave. Cut to the scene I started reading earlier. Mobs with
Right.
torches, blah, blah, blah.
That's
Some
it.
carry signs with anti-mutant slogans. It's a terrifying
Yes.
sight. Is it? I don't know.
I don't know.
We
They seem
haven't
to just be
established any
picketing.
of the anti-mutant bigotry in this world, so I actually don't know if I agree with you, screenwriter. But anyway, Prince Jason and Atalanta are escorted through the crowd by citizens. They go inside.
They go inside.
Interior jail hanger night. Prince and Jason step up to the surveillance counter and address Phil. Phil,
Am I Phil?
I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
You
All
are.
right.
You're
Well,
doing a
Wolverine's dead, so you
You're
might as
the
well
best
be
actor.
Yeah, I might as well, right?
Pull out your best Southie accent. Let's hear it, Rye.
Evening, Mr. Prince.
I gotta turn the Xanatos back on because he's talking to the normies now.
Yeah.
That's right.
We're here to see the prisoners.
I'll
Phil.
open up. Oh, shit, sorry. I'll open up. Sorry, Mr. Prince.
Phil got a little
Back to
excited.
one.
Phil's so excited for Prince that he's already like bending over and opening up his ass crack for him.
Yeah,
And
he's
Prince
like,
is
"Oh, sorry,
"I haven't
sorry."
even requested that.
Prince is just like, I meant the prisoners. I want to see
The prisoners?
the prisoners.
Phil
Thank you,
punches
sir. May I
in.
have another?
Phil punches in a series of commands.
He just
And the
punches the
huge-
commands.
Yeah, punch, punch. Then the huge security door
boom.
unlocks. Phil gets up and swings it open. The visitors enter. Interior X jail night. The X-Men are despondent as they watch their enemies enter.
Oh, and then I die in real life before I can say the line. Cool.
Wait, what?
Hey, were you taking a glass of water or something? Speaking of which, I've been
I
talking
don't know
a
what just
while.
happened, but my
Let's all
trachea
get on
was
that.
not.
This
a
is our
fan.
water break, everybody. Okay. Oh shit! I just spilled it all over myself.
Okay, I don't know how you did that, Rye, but
It's a night of liquid disaster here at One Mutant Ages Plaza.
Par for the course, though.
yeah.
Okay, let me try that again.
Ryan's dead.
I'm going to get this line.
This
I
is not
swear
a
to
funny
God.
line for what it's worth.
It's not. It's boring. I'm going to turn off the surveillance, Phil. I want to talk in private. And again,
Prince.
I mean the X-Men, not you.
Oh my god.
Prince presses some controls. The two-way mirror goes from reflective to dark.
You gonna be all right in there?
They're
What's this
secured,
okay?
aren't
Sorry.
they?
Yes, sir.
And it will be fine.
Phil exits, pulling the door closed behind him.
God.
Surveillance console. The video screens are blank and silent. Interior X jail. But is it night or day? Why doesn't it say? Why doesn't it
Oh,
say?
shit.
Be
It actually doesn't
consistent.
say. Prince addresses the X-Men.
I thought you should know. Wolverine's dead.
This is
I like
crazy.
the X-Men don't even believe him. It's like
They
the
don't.
next
The
line is-
X-Men look at each other skeptical because he can't fucking die. Jason nods in confirmation.
I'd announce it publicly, but I gotta keep the hate thing going.
Wait,
One of the Ryans.
I'll
being
do it
Xavier.
because
Okay.
you were just doing Wolverine. So you'll get ejaculated. I mean, elected.
You're
Dot,
the
dot,
worst
dot.
ex ever. So mutants can be in charge. The human race is finally going to strangle on its own hatred.
What do you expect when mutants like you go around killing people?
That ain't us anyway.
You never gave them a chance. We need to be friends with the humans.
What is happening? Stop defending them. Oh my god.
He points to the mob outside.
Can't you hear? They want you dead.
He calms himself.
Why don't these two
Really?
characters know
There's
each
so
other?
much like
Right?
so much stage direction between so little dialogue.
I know.
Stop
This is
it.
like
Script.
the equivalent
like,
of
let the
Brian Fidel
actors come up
writing
with
when I
this.
was.
This
Yeah,
is a very micromanagey script. Like, can you imagine the director who's just like, okay, but you've got to point to the mob outside, and the actor's just like, I don't. That
Right?
doesn't make any sense. We're
You
in
have
a
to
Listen,
have
civil
your
war.
pinky
You're gonna
on your...
look slightly to the left, then you're gonna chew your bubble gum 3 times exactly. Then you're gonna pause, and then you're gonna look slightly to the right. Okay.
That's like
Oh,
how
this-
we wrote scripts in high school because we didn't know any better.
Well, that's about where this writing's at.
Yeah.
Anyhow, you're so pathetic. You don't deserve to survive.
Wait,
Let's go, butt boy.
hold on. I
Prince
just read ahead of the
leaves.
stage
Jason
notes 'cause
follows with
we're-
mixed feelings.
No,
Go
read
ahead.
this. It just goes ahead by 6
know.
weeks. It just like hops ahead in time.
Whoa,
by
you're
2
right.
full months later. Like,
Wait a minute.
Probably time
Where's
for...
Kitty? Oh, she's still in the hole. Okay, I was
So
like,
yeah,
I know.
Kitty's been in the hole for 6 weeks.
Apparently.
Wait a minute.
Or
So
she's
have the
not.
X-Men just been incapacitated on the X crosses for 6 fucking
No, I
weeks?
can see us that scene for Spaceballs where she's in the jail cell going, nobody knows the truth.
she's a base.
She's a
I didn't
base.
know.
She's a face.
Yeah. So that's
Oh my
Kitty.
God.
That's what Kitty's been doing.
Okay.
Anyway, because this is a court scene, we've
Interior
got a close up
courtroom.
on a gavel because it's court.
6 weeks later,
Bang, bang, bang.
the judge addresses the jury foreman.
Has the jury reached a verdict? Somebody
No.
be the foreman.
We have, Your Honor.
Why is the scene here? Now we're in a different scene.
No, we have Your Honor. Time to go to watch Jason masturbating in
Yeah.
his bedroom.
But, okay,
Literally,
Okay.
why was the scene here though? It was 1 second long.
They're
Yeah,
on
no.
the
I think
TV.
I think I worked it out. I think we're supposed to be seeing it, and then it's going to zoom out, and we see that it's on someone's TV. Like that's a standard.
That's what we want to
Oh,
watch in the 90s.
I think.
It's like
I feel
like-
somebody filmed
Okay,
the
but
TV
Todd,
screen.
Yes.
the thing is though, you could cut that scene entirely and just start with this next line from the newscaster, which is
Yes.
a verdict was handed down today in the
Absolutely.
trial of the
Trial
X-Men.
of the X-Men.
You can fucking
The fact that
start
there's a
there.
trial. Wait, the
Yeah,
fact that
it's
there's a trial. Find jurors, get them prosecuted, go through, and have
Yeah.
a jury in 6 weeks is
6
like the,
weeks.
That's
it's
also what?
It's the most democratic process of all of this.
I
Yeah.
know. It's,
Finally, justice is working.
yeah.
Hold on.
All
we're
of,
just-
okay,
Hold
okay.
on, everybody. We're about to add an actual person from the real world into this script because we're gonna take this like famous news reporter from PBS, and she's just gonna be here now. It says that.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Wait, okay.
Okay,
Oh,
so there's
Oh,
like a
it does.
newscaster, and then it goes to like the McNeil Lehrer.
McNeil
report.
Lehrer News Hour.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
McNeil Lehrer is
Oh,
real.
God.
Okay, shows what I know.
Okay.
Right?
Interior, Jason's bedroom / Prince's house. I love that they wrote it that way because it implies that Jason's bedroom
Isn't
is
Also
Prince's
house.
house.
Yeah.
Which means that Prince
Yeah.
lives in Jason's bedroom.
Or
Start
the
on
other way
TV
around.
screen, the line that Maddy read. Slowly zoom out and find ourselves in Jason's. You already told us that's where we are, dumb fuck. Jason and Gretchen Gretchen, one of his three, quote, admirers, watched the news while lounging semi-clad on his bed while he pretends to be straight, I guess. She wants to play. He's sullen and testy.
Because
i.e.
he's gay.
nothing-
He's not
Nothing
interested.
screams
Yeah,
straight. Nothing
Well,
screams
that's
straight
exactly.
more than a bunch of sexy women draped around you at all times.
You're watching
But you're not
the
touching them,
news!
and you're always
It's just
annoyed.
like fucking Gary Oak with all the hot cheerleaders that are cheering for him. He's like, I'm definitely straight. Here's my 10
I'm
hot
totally
cheerleaders.
heterosexual. Hello,
Hey,
fellow
Ash,
heterosexual.
I'm obsessed with only you.
Anyway, I'll still be the newscaster, because why
It's the
not?
sentence.
After only 20 minutes of deliberation, oh my god, the jury came to a unanimous decision. Guilty on all counts.
Wait, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Judge
Like,
Harold
We've been
Garwood.
sitting here for 6 weeks, and they're like, they go to court for like 20
Right?
minutes, and they're
They
like,
present the
They don't
evidence
even
for
get all
6
the way
weeks.
through the jury charge. He's just
what's
like,
the evidence?
I would like you all to remember that
Wait,
Justice
wait,
and the
wait.
foreman just stands up and goes, guilty.
Wait, I have one theory. I have a theory. What if
Is
Jason
that it's
had them all
demons?
just said
Dancing
guilty
demons.
for the rest of the
Oh.
mastermind?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Oh, maybe
What
that.
if Jason just manipulated them all into saying
Well,
guilty?
also,
Xavier
also
Zordon
they-
had appeared to them and
To be
said,
fair
"Say
to them,
guilty."
I don't actually think they need to do that because there's like hundreds of thousands of eyewitnesses who
Well, that's
believe
true.
they saw Xavier bombing every single church, mosque, temple, Scientology warehouse, etc. in the entire
That's
world.
true.
I
Hold
don't,
on,
I
have
don't
to,
know,
like,
man.
just
I
shout out-
don't even think Nazi Magneto would fuck with
I ha-
Scientology. Those people will.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry I brought it up.
Okay. Hold on,
mess
we
you
have
up.
to shout out to chat here because Drake said the other X-Men don't think Wolverine is dead because they've read the
They've read the
comics.
comics.
Followed up
Yeah,
by
right.
Totally Not Mr. Sinister who says the writer only played the arcade game.
Very good point. Very good point. Anyway,
Thinks
I
he
will
only has
continue
those
my line.
projectiles.
I will continue my line. Judge Harold Garwood passed sentence at once, condemning the mutants to death by electrocution. Catherine
Jesus.
Pride, a minor, will be held until the age of 18, and
That's
then her
not how you
sentence
spell
will
her
be carried
name.
out.
Her name
That's-
is not Catherine with a C. Oh my god.
I-
Excuse me.
So
Time
wait,
out.
so
we're
wait a
gonna
minute.
kill all the X-Men except for the teenager.
Who we're going
We're
to
gonna
kill when
keep
she's
her
18?
until she's 18,
And then kill
and
her.
then
Yeah.
kill her.
I don't think that's a thing that's ever happened. Please let us
I
know if we're
don't
wrong.
That's awful.
Yeah. Anyway, so who wants to be
Oh,
the little snow
Katie,
bunny?
you have to
who's,
be
yeah,
Gretchen.
Katie, you have to
Fucking
be
Gretchen.
sexy.
You have to
Gretchen.
go full bimbo.
Ugh.
Okay, Katie. Do your best rogue impression.
Oh, what?
Jason, can you please get me into the execution? Please?
This is so fucked up. Like,
Shut
what is
up,
that
bitch.
She wants to go to.
He changes the
Oh, I
channel
hated that.
inexplicably to the McNeil-Lehrer News Hour.
Who's gonna be McNeil?
I'll
You,
do it.
because
And in
you-
tonight's feature, we focus on the remarkable rise of Thomas Prince. Only a few months ago, an extremist on the fringe of American politics, this former industrialist and current Nazi is now riding a huge lead into the final weeks of the presidential campaign. Jason
That's
changes
okay.
the channel. Prince is... Oh, what have I done?
Yeah, what have you done?
I'm being interviewed, so I'm just going to segue cleanly into this whole thing as a monologue. The mutant menace isn't over. Thousands of mutants are living among us right now.
he
Wink
changes
at the
the
camera.
channel.
Changes the channel. We need to find them and root them out.
Changes the channel.
A fight to the death between competing species at the Thunderdome this Sunday.
Apparently, you're on every channel, Prince. Jason
I am,
yeah.
disgustedly turns off the TV and leaves the room.
Jason, are you mad at me?
Oh my god. I'm just going to sketch ahead real quick to see if I have any. No, I don't.
You
Okay.
don't.
No, you
You
don't. Now we're like randomly gonna have a conversation like in Gene's head. But first
Yeah.
we have to go to the dump.
I don't see
for,
how they
like,
get
2
out of
seconds.
this.
Exterior
folks.
junkyard night, and it's an exterior, so pointing out that it's night actually
There
fucking
we go.
matters.
Yep.
Jason sits on the hill of scrap metal next to the TV antenna, which can't even fucking imagine. Which marks where Wolverine is buried. Face in his hands, he quies.
He
Yep, he's
quies for
crying.
his
Cut
Good
to-
quies.
X-Mansion.
Exterior, thank you, Ryan. Exterior, X-Mansion, night again. Exterior, so it's important.
Night.
I'm surprised they
POV
don't do,
approaching
like,
the portico.
Exterior.
Get it? Exterior.
God.
Reverse angle finds Jean walking through the grounds to the front door. The
What
whole
the fuck?
feeling
Oh, reverse angle? Are we going backwards? Is that what's happening?
No,
I think
it's
it's
a filming
where-
shot, Rye. It's a thing.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. I was like,
Somebody is dollying behind her.
Yeah.
And being really
no,
weird about it.
I know what a reverse angle is, but I was just reading it wrong. I was just like, thought we were in like some fucking like.
I don't
mind
blame you for
sequence.
assuming this guy doesn't know anything.
No.
Right.
Yes, that's true.
Thank you.
The whole feeling is like a horror movie. She enters the damaged building. The door creaks as it opens. Interior, X-Mansion, night. There's windows, I'll allow it. She walks into the foyer and looks around. This place is deserted. POV approaches her from behind. She turns around with a start. It's
a dog
Kurt.
jumps through the window and barks at her.
It's the beginning of Resident Evil. How'd you get here?
I don't know. I think this is a dream.
Then Scott and Kitty enter from different doors. Everyone is confused.
We had to talk in private because, as usual, I'm not going to explain any of this
Anything
shit.
to
We're
anybody.
just gonna wait
Thanks,
for
Xavier.
Todd
You're our dad, kind of. And we love you.
They turn and see Xavier in his probably unnecessary wheelchair.
Okay, if this is a dream sequence, why isn't he just walking?
Yeah,
Or,
that's a good point, actually. But anyway.
When you're asleep, the threshold is low enough for me to squeeze through.
That's a choice of words. They all start to fade away. Then they all reform.
I'm glad that was there. I have a way for us to escape.
Cut to interior X jail.
6 weeks.
Yeah, it's not. No,
6 weeks later.
Every
Jean
single
wakes
cut
up.
is 6
She's
weeks later.
fucking
She-
hungry as hell. It's been 6 weeks.
She's
Right.
oh my god, I've been feeding them. The other X-Men are also just waking. They all have the same quizzical expression. They check each other out. Hey,
Hey,
nice.
what's up?
Hey, and nod in vague confirmation. Jean looks at Xavier. He nods supportively, the only time he's ever been supportive of anyone, ever. She glances at the video cameras, then takes a deep breath and concentrates like hell on Scott.
She
Why?
concentrates like hell. I think she's gonna blow off his thing so he can blast everybody away. I
I
don't know.
thought you were going to say, I think she's going to blow up his
okay.
head. And I was like,
I'm
yeah,
just-
that makes sense.
They're
Well,
gonna give
we-
me the
we
blow by
wish.
blow of this stupid. Okay, so Jean is like, I'm trying really hard, and the thing on her head that's neutralizing her powers crackles. Cut to Cyclops, a tiny screw in his helmet doesn't
Nothing
move
happens.
for some reason. Back to Jean, she stops, she breathes, she concentrates like never before. That's a direct quote. The psychic neutralizing that thing that Maddie's doing is exactly what's happening on the screen, I'm sure. Back to Scott, the screw rotates 2 degrees.
Oh my god.
She's
Are you
done
for
it!
real
The
right now?
irises over Cyclops' eyes open up a tiny pinhole. A fine thread of light sweeps across the room.
Did he kill everyone?
He
could
just
only
kills
hope.
everyone.
Cyclops sees a metal hook hanging from a pulley up near the ceiling over Kitty's pit. He follows a rope from the pulley to a clasp on the wall. His beams burn slowly through the rope. Cut to... Oh, I didn't plan this well.
I can do it from here. You've read for a while. Interior Prince's house, night. Jason quietly enters through the front door and sneaks past the library towards the stairs. Just as he thinks he's made a clean getaway, Prince calls out to him.
Oh, Jason! Could you come in here so I can come in you?
Reluctantly, Jason enters the library where Prince and Atalanta play chess.
Why are they playing
Where-
chess?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't know what's
There's
happening.
some
All right.
Where were you?
I went for a walk in the darkness like my soul.
Prince looks at him suspiciously.
I've been wanting to talk to you. Sit down.
On my
Jason
lap,
nervously takes a seat.
in his lap.
It's totally what happened.
Yep.
Step 1 is work like a charm. And with the X-Men gone, the rest should be easy.
They weren't supposed to die. You said out of the way. You didn't say dead. Bitch, they were my friends.
Dead is out of the way.
I can't trust you anymore.
Jason, do you want power?
No.
Because movie over. Because if
Cut
you
to
want
credits.
power, the first thing you do is get rid of your ex-boyfriend, enemies.
Okay, I know we keep on saying ex-boyfriend, but like
It does
apparently
sound
according
like
to this. According
It
to
does
this
kind of
script,
sound like it.
they don't seem to know each other, right? Like,
Well, I think Jason having a crush on Wolverine is very believable. I will say
well, Jason. Okay, I was talking about Prince and
Prince and
Xavier.
Oh,
Xavier.
yeah.
But I'm guessing grinder hookup gone wrong.
Yeah. Okay.
Which
never
somehow
bought it.
happened in 1994.
Yeah, it was more like Central Park hookup gone wrong.
Right.
Jason says, I never wanted power. I wanted some money. I wanted blowjobs. I wanted respect.
You'll get your goddamn respect after the election. Right now, I need you to finish what you started.
I don't
know,
want to
I'm
go
just picking
down on
Daniel
you right
Wilson's
now.
right
I've had
now.
enough. I've done enough.
I like this accent that you're doing, Todd. Prince clenches his jaw in anger. Jason has a crazed look in his eye. He's not ready to back down. Atalanta tenses up, but don't worry, she doesn't have any lines. They face each other for a long, tense beat. She's talked enough. You know, why would we give her
I feel
one?
like I just need like a little dial, like a wheel of accents. So just whichever one I pick for Prince in that scene is the one that I stick with.
Oh, I thought you were just going to be like, we need a little dial to keep track of when the women are allowed to talk in this
I
movie.
was gonna
It's
say
like,
that.
oh, this is getting a little
Really-
too
really
screechy,
small
if you know what
dial.
I mean. We got to turn that down. Anyway.
Real small dial. What if I give your friends a way out? Would that make you feel more cooperative?
Jason cautiously lightens up.
It might help.
Yeah, it would, Daddy. Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay.
Meanwhile, back to this like
boy.
absurd scene of Scott like squinting at a rope.
Okay. Cut to interior ex-jail night. Scott's beam burns through the rope, which runs through the pulley. The hook at the end of the rope drops noisily onto the iron grate over the dungeon. It doesn't fall through because this is an elaborate video game puzzle and they're going to have to
What
do
is this
more
Rube
steps.
Goldberg
This
shit?
Saw bullshit.
I don't know.
happening?
The X-Men look around to see if they've alerted the guards. The door doesn't open. Jean stares at the hook. It slides an inch and falls through the grate. The rest of the rope runs through the pulley and lies on the floor. Jean stares at the end of the rope. It snakes through the air, over toward Kurt's cage. Kurt stretches out his arm for it. Can't reach. He turns around and stretches his tail through the bars. His tail wraps around the rope, like two snakes. The rope is taut. This took so fucking long! Kitty starts climbing up the rope. Cut
This literally
to-
looks like that scene in Rescuers Down Under where they're trying to get the key.
Yeah! Yeah!
Oh, yeah.
God.
Also, I have a question. It took Xavier 6 weeks to like figure this out.
Like, what was
Gee, okay, so here's my
What if
plan.
there's
They
It
were
took me a really long time. Jean's gonna think really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jean
like-
is going to use her powers, but it's going to take her 6 weeks for Xavier to tell her to do it.
Work up
It's
with
X-Men the animated series.
Oh, God. Anyway, cut to exterior Prince compound night. Prince, Jason, and Atalanta walk toward the hangar. Cut to interior ex-jail night. Kitty, having climbed the rope, phases through the grate and clambers onto the floor.
Now what?
Get the keys.
Kitty
Keys.
takes...
Get them.
Yeah, this
trying
is...
so hard to German up a 3-word sentence that has
Kitty takes a breath and sticks her arm through the wall. Surveillance console. While the guards play cards, a hand picks the keys from a hook on the wall. All right, that's kind of cool, Kitty. I'll give you that.
Okay, there we go.
Ex-jail. Kitty pulls out her arm and she's holding the keys. She opens Jean's handcuffs, then Scott's eye-band. She throws the keys up to Kurt and he snatches them. We're going to describe every single thing that's locked here and Kitty opening each of them. Just then, the metal doors slam open. Prince stands there, furious. In an instant, Scott's eye-band flies over his head and seals itself. Water pipes burst through the wall and bind Jean into her seat. Then the neutralizer settles itself over her head. The bars of Kurt's cage bend in, making it impossible for him to get out.
You know,
This is the
Bill.
stupidest fucking line. You all know Phil. He hasn't mistreated you, has he?
Why is Phil such a major character in this
I
script?
don't know.
I don't know.
Phil!
Who is
We all
this?
know Phil from Marvel
It's
Comics.
gonna be Storm. At the end, he's gonna pull off a mask, and it's gonna be Aurora, who's like, "Guess what, bitches? The thunder."
That would be amazing, actually. The X-Men
totally watch
grudgingly
that
shake
movie.
their heads. Honestly, they shouldn't be shaking their heads. Phil has mistreated them. They were on these fucking crosses. Whatever. Anyway.
Yeah,
They weren't fed for 6 weeks.
yeah, really.
Right?
Even a cactus would die. Come on,
It's your line.
Phil. Hand your gun to Atalanta.
I'm not supposed to relinquish my firearm, sir.
Yeah, but you're gonna do it anyway. Bitch.
Phil reluctantly hands his gun to Atalanta. She takes it.
Atalanta, aim the gun at Phil.
Not Phil.
As Phil gets ready to
Phil.
resist, Atalanta aims the gun at his head.
Jesus.
What is this?
Is that really what he's gonna say?
This is not OSHA compliant, sir. You're gonna hear from the union. Oh. Okay, I don't understand what's going on in the scene anymore.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna read the dialogue and hope to God it makes sense because I have a long ass monologue for some reason. Phil will stand for all the so-called innocent people in the world. Now, if you agree to my terms, just nod, and Atlanta will pull the trigger. We'll start with you, Xavier.
You know my
Marvel
answer.
and Bills.
Wait, it was like, you know my answer, which is Xavier, so it's probably like, it's gonna be shitty.
Right?
Like, what is happening?
Don't be naive. You've got the most extraordinary brain the world has ever known, except Gene. Phil's completely common. You're both 5 billion Phils who's standing right in front of me for some reason. Give up Phil and you can save 1 million of their lives. Do it, Xavier. For your kids, and then follow you in the grave.
So he's saying if he kills Phil, he'll let the X-Men go? Is that the gambit here?
Oh, I think I get it now.
Yeah.
He's trying to get the X-Men to be like, kill all humans. Okay.
Or
Right.
be like, or sin at least one time, because then he'll have them once they agree to kill one innocent life.
Jesus.
Right. Try to equate a mutant life to
This
be
is,
more
like,
worthy than a human
Not
life.
making any kind of sense, though, right? Like,
Nope.
No, that's
okay.
a given.
Okay. Xavier now is stepping in and he goes, I can't tell you what to do, but I won't kill Phil. It's like, Xavier, that's not... What?
Yeah,
Nobody does
Xavier,
that, so
you...
just push the issue onto somebody else.
Xavier's like basically telling the X-Men that they can all make up their own decisions on whether or not they want to kill humans, but he's not going to influence their decisions. And it's like,
For once.
yeah, right? Like,
Really, the
what-
truth is somewhere in the middle. Oh, I actually have a line. Xavier, you dumb fuck.
That's essentially what the line is. Prince looks around, settles on
He's
Kurt.
like, that's one of the stupidest decisions in history.
I did the stage direction, so go
Oh,
ahead.
you did? Okay, well, fine. I get to be more racist then. Kurt, look at this redneck bigot. His friends, his friends, his kids will tie cans to your tail. His beautiful daughter will never kid. Wow, buddy.
How do you know?
Not even if you won the Nobel Prize. Just nod, Kurt, and all that changes. If you die, who'll know? Or care, for that matter.
Oh my God. Shut the fuck up, Prince.
Really?
Like, this paragraph is
Seriously,
awful.
I'm really
It is
regretting
awful.
agreeing that I would be this guy's voice for the course of the movie, by the way.
I didn't realize what a huge part of it he was going to be, and how
I didn't
terrible.
either.
But
Yeah,
like
who the
this,
fuck is
that
Prince?
fucking line made no fucking sense. I'm
Nope.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just mad.
No, this whole thing is stupid.
This never makes
Anyway, the stage direction says time's up, and I don't know why it says that.
I don't know why. I don't know. Prince doesn't say that.
Kurt beeps loudly, then explodes. Anybody else? Genie? Scat?
They shake their heads.
Kitty, it's up to you. You killed Dracula that one time. This wouldn't be that different.
He
That's
settles
true.
on Kitty's monitor.
You haven't been around Xavier that long. Maybe you are not a dumb fuck.
Kitty's
Okay,
torn.
Kitty is actually torn about this. Kitty's like, I don't know, guys. Should we kill the humans or not? It's like, what?
I got this line. I cannot wait for you to read this.
Oh
I
my
know.
God.
this. Professor,
I'm here, Kitty.
I don't want to die. I still haven't done anything. I mean, I'm still a kid. He's already old.
This line, though.
That's totally losing it at that point. It's just like, look, he's had a long, full life.
And he's old. And I'm young.
I didn't even
Wow.
think of the line of it. Does that mean I shoot him? Or
A long
Yeah.
pause. Kitty agonizes over her decision, then screams in frustration.
I hate you, Dad.
She breaks into tears. Prince turns to Phil, who's almost ready to feel relief.
I really wish they'd filmed this just so they could have a really long pause and then Kitty just going, "What?" And then she's like, I don't know if I should kill him.
It's like, jeez, Kitty, I'm pretty sure you shouldn't kill him, but
I mean, if this
okay.
were actually the right version of Kitty Pryde, she'd be like, fuck no. Let's
Yeah.
leave.
Right? I really
Phase of the
don't.
way.
I hate this little
Apparently we're
Stockholm syndrome
echoing.
dumb fuck. I really do.
Only, yeah,
Oh,
apparently
God.
Todd was echoing for a second, but supposedly you're not anymore. I
it's
don't
on
know.
purpose.
I wish.
Oh, I actually have a line.
You
Well,
You're-
Phil, what do you think about mutants now?
Okay, just so you know, you have a line for the rest of the page.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Phil gets to talk once.
Yep, here it is.
What do you think about mutants, Phil?
I guess they're not as bad as I thought.
Prince smiles.
I hate this movie.
Atalanta, give Phil's gun to Jason.
Oh my
She's
God.
wary, but Prince nods and she hands the gun to Jason.
Oh, ow. Jason, cover him.
He half-heartedly aims the gun at Phil.
Phil's heard too much.
Atalanta grins. Okay. Sure.
Go ahead. Prove you're an ass superior.
Jason delays.
Do it.
Jason swings his arm at Prince and squeezes off 7 shots. Oh, so he's trying to kill Prince now, I guess.
Wait, what?
I think that's what
Yeah.
happens there. He's
Yeah,
he,
he told him to shoot Phil, and instead he tried.
he's
to shoot
shooting
him.
at Prince.
Well, good luck
Dramatic
against the
betrayal is
Yeah,
happening
which is
right
just
now.
stupid.
Plot is happening. Prince pulls his
Mutant.
arm
But
into
he
a
shot at the
defensive
guy with
stance.
magnet power so
This
it doesn't
movie-
do
I
shit.
know, it's stupid. It's
Man.
stupid.
God, this
None
movie
of the
that's
bullets
about the
do
X-Men
jack
has-
shit because this is
Right.
Magneto or
Wait,
whatever.
okay, time out.
We're all like,
Jason
we're all just yelling.
Jason is stupefied. Does that mean that he has no idea about Prince's powers?
He
'Cause
thought this would
saw
work.
him, like, he saw him pretzel twist Magneto. He
Yeah,
was in there.
you mean
Magneto.
Wolverine.
Oi, they. Wolverine. He was in the room.
I don't-
This movie's
This
movie's
movie is dumb.
stupid.
It's really dumb that he thought this would work. Anyway, Jason is stupefied because he's like, a buh? I think
A
the gun don't
bullets
work."
metal. Okay,
Oh my
to be
God.
fair, X-Men movies not the best when it comes to is this a ferrous metal or not. Just
No,
saying.
well, that's true.
Great
We
point,
have
great
proof
point.
of that in previous.
Anyway, you
anyhow,
have a line.
as Prince says, your aim is off.
Camera pans to Phil. He's got 7 bullet wounds in the head and chest. He collapses,
Not
dead.
Phil!
Not Phil!
Ooh.
I cared about him.
Aurora, no.
The gun flies out of Jason's hand into Prince's hand. He fires once and hits Jason in the heart.
Oh my,
Oh my
God.
god. A lot of people are
Jesus.
dying in this movie.
Yeah.
What is this?
I
Also,
admit I
there's not-
wasn't expecting this.
There's not a lot of time spent with the X-Men in this X-Men movie.
No,
They're kind of in
right?
the background.
They're kind of in prison for all of it. Anyway, Jason tries to speak. He staggers a couple of steps towards Jean, who hates him because he's a rapist, and he manages to eke out his last words. Then he dissolves into thin air. Wait, why? Is he a Jedi?
Okay, I legitimately don't get this bit. No.
What the fuck is happening?
This.
Pan
Next
down.
line.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I also read digivolves into thin air, not dissolves.
Okay. So Jason manages to use his final dying breath to do a cool dissolve effect on his own body. But then the next line says, Jason's dead body is already on the floor.
I think he was trying to manifest like a
Oh.
message for Jean at
Oh
the
my
very
God.
end of his life, being like, "This is the last part of my power. I'm already on the floor. I got shot, but
Right.
I want to be standing and say
This
I'm sorry."
scene was like
Oh.
And then his
some
power fades. and
poorly
Dramatic.
edited
Okay, yeah.
Jedi
Yeah.
bullshit. That's what
Yeah,
that
why
just
not
I mean,
make
was.
it's
Prince
dumb,
think he
but it's
shot you
powerful.
and then not get
Yeah,
shot?
he's powerful.
Dumb fuck.
I'm trying to see this in my head, and it's so funny.
I keep seeing digivolves
It's like-
every time I look at that page, and it's
Digivolve monsters.
Oh my god! It's just like
Oh.
Jason gets shot in the heart, then he dissolves like a Jedi, and then you see that he's like
His force
there
ghost
on the
says he's
ground,
sorry.
he's just there. He's just dead anyway.
Yeah.
but then he's also in the background as like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like,
Yeah.
We're just
He's
now.
edited in later.
Now Jason is just like
all the
Luke
Ewoks
in
are
the old
dancing,
She-Ra
and Jason is here as
episodes.
a ghost.
Anyway.
Find
Prince has
Jason
a
in
line.
every scene from now to the end of the movie. I actually have a line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Apology seems a little late.
it is, honestly.
It is late.
The
Yeah.
X-Men are moved by Jason's futile sacrifice. I'm not. I don't know why
I'm
they
not.
are.
Jason's
Dissolve
a
Even
fucking
doing it, he
dumbass.
just went like, "Meh." That was it.
Wait, I'm gonna skip ahead and see if there's any
Yeah,
Prince
why don't
dialogue.
you take this one because I've got a line.
I gotta make sure.
Okay, wait. This
Okay.
next line, Todd, though.
I'm laughing already.
I can't believe
Oh, this
it.
is good shit. Exterior, newsstand, night, because people see things easily in the darkness. A truck drives by, and a bundle of newspapers is thrown down in front of a newsstand. The headline screams, "Guys, I can't." Oh my god. Execution Day.
No, let's say X-execution. By the way, it says the headline is screaming, so I'm just imagining the headline just be like,
I tried my hardest to turn
This
away
is
from my
the
microphone,
best.
guys. That was really loud. I'm so sorry.
Todd, I don't know why you turned away. I went closer to it and cupped my hands around it.
I was gonna say you were trying to swallow that headset. I'm like, I don't want to blow anybody's ears out. And Ryan's like, that sounds like a quitter's attitude
Yeah,
to
right. Like
me.
it sounds like it'd be great chaos in your earballs. Anyway.
Okay.
Is Lyra okay?
I
Wait,
can't
Jason,
believe this.
I'm gonna keep going.
No, wait, Drake says Jason appears as a Force ghost along with
Clokey and Pluggy.
Oh, you know it. You know it. I actually agree with High Octane Horsemeat, who writes this movie should have been made, but it would have been a cult classic just because of how awful it is. It would
Yeah,
have
it
been
really would have been.
unbearable, but
Yeah.
it would have had like
I think
Rocky
this would have
Horror
had like
level
Rocky Horror
callouts.
Picture Show, floor show style shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
where
yeah.
like people would have a live
It would probably be more
stage
like
of it
that.
in front of the movie, like throwing toast at the screen and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this movie is like on par with 90 Fantastic Four film that like was released and then covered up by
Yeah.
like Marvel.
Covered up. Yeah. And then buried.
That's the trick. This movie actually happened, but our collective memory of it has been erased by Kang the Conqueror. Cut
Thanks,
to
Kang.
interior hangar. Night.
This is
Workers prepare the hangar for the... Wait, why is... Okay. I'm just going to keep going. We'll find out why. Workers prepare the hangar for the execution, setting up chairs, a podium, a balcony, a cotton candy machine, some popcorn.
You're killing me, Todd. Stop.
That's what's in my head, though. It's like just this typical, like, county fair shit. where
Somebody's
they've
like
got,
handing out popcorn to everybody as they
There's a
walk in.
Ferris wheel in the background. Come
They're
to the
acting
ride,
like it's
stay
that
for the
level of
execution.
entertainment.
Execution day.
Ah.
All right.
Whew. Ow, my head. In the background, guards keep watch over the bunker. Now it's a bunker? Sure. Where the X-Men are kept. Interior, X-Jail, a.k.a. the bunker. Night, a large clock. The second hand sweeps...
That's literally the sentence.
Why do they have a
It
clock
starts with a
now?
large
Why
clock.
bother giving them a clock? Who
A large
cares?
clock. Because
Tick,
Apocalypse is
tock,
there and he's got a monologue about time travel being real. That's why.
Real.
Oh my god.
Honestly, if
All of a
Bishop
sudden,
showed up and
Bishop
saved
appears.
them, that would make sense. Like, that might happen.
Okay, but Bishop would not be able to do that because it's Bishop. So...
He would just show up, shoot Xavier, and then go, fine.
No,
and
Bishop,
leave.
Bishop would, first of all, he would show up 5 minutes late after the time he time traveled to, and then shoot the
Just
wrong
like,
person. So,
fuck.
then he'd be like, where's Hope?
Can I get some of that cotton candy? Let's go back to the clock. So we can get out
Yeah,
of here
let's get
before
back
the
to the
end of the
Clock.
clocky. The second hand sweeps slowly around the dial. That's not how a second hand works. Each
In Super
X-Man
Smash
faces...
Brothers, maybe.
Each X-Man faces death in his or her own way. Jean cries. It breaks Xavier's heart.
She's just been crying for 6 months? Like,
Yeah.
what's happening?
Yep.
I love how this gets longer
this is my
every
line, I'm
time.
sorry.
We started with 6 weeks, now we're up to 6 months. We'll be 6 years by the
I
end
don't
of
have
the
any
movie.
concept of time. I'm sorry. Xavier is here. I'm sorry. I forgot I had a line. Jean. Scott Kirkitty. I won't ask you to forgive me. I don't
We
know
don't.
what to say except I'm sorry.
I don't forget.
How
Xavier
with difficulty, and you're like, Scott Kirkitty.
I'm sorry, okay? Xavier chokes back tears.
Oh, who's Scott?
You.
That's me, I think.
Oh, is it?
It's not your fault, Professor.
Oh, yeah, it is.
We were stupid to think we could change anything.
Who cares about humans? They can all go to hell.
Thanks, Kitty.
Oh my
Wait, why is she on a video monitor?
He's like, mic drop.
Okay,
Why
Chris
did
is...
she say
I'm not ready. I never been kissed a girl before. Only Scott Summers.
If we accomplished anything at all, I could handle it. Wait, what? But it was, but it
Oh,
was
it's kind of
all
like,
for
if
nothing.
we had done this, then fine, but we didn't.
It is
Yeah.
a really funny line though, where he's like, "It's too bad we've achieved nothing, and we're gonna
Okay, I mean-
die." It's like, Scott.
Guys, all right, listen, this script, I know it's been bad from the get-go, but I feel like as we're edging towards the end of it, the writer's just like getting tired writing it, and he's like half asleep, and he's like, I just want to finish it as quickly as possible. I don't even care what happens.
It's like I've
It's
written
still
myself
got
into
20
17
pages.
corners.
It does not have 20 pages, does it?
It does.
It does.
Oh my
19.
God.
Well,
Yep.
yeah,
Wolverine has to come back to life, I believe.
that's true.
I believe.
Literally.
Ooh,
The
nice.
title of the movie is Wolverine and the X-Men. They're not going to kill him, are they?
But this,
Well, I don't know.
Wolverine's
We've
getting
already
back
had
there
the
is really
Wolverine
fucking
part.
slow,
Maybe the last
apparently.
bit's just the X-Men part. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's a good point.
Okay,
Wolverine,
listen,
and the
Wolverine's
X-Men,
powers, like, why it's taking him like 6 entire weeks for him to like heal from that, which is not.
I know.
Guys,
Oh, well, I got
spoilers,
good
I
news
scrolled
for you.
ahead to the next page.
I know,
and
I-
Wolverine
Good news.
is there.
Exterior scrap metal yard. Night.
There you go.
Start high on the side of the entrance. Crane down, down, down to the top of the heap.
Okay, I like that you're
like
singing that,
this
and I'm
song.
singing like music for a brave little toaster.
To the rusty TV antenna that marks Wolverine's crane. Why am I doing this? Then down through the scrap metal, down, down, down.
It says down so many times.
It's that
Why?
triple repeat. That triple repeat is very like musical number shit.
I
know.
but it's got more like a commercial feel to it. It's like down,
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 down.
Come
Keep
down,
going.
down, down to the execution grounds for cotton candy and killing this Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Right, he looks like he's trying to kill me with his mind. I deserve
I'm
it.
gonna die right now.
No, I'm
Just-
reading what's happening because I'm
I
trying
just-
to understand.
Yeah, I don't either, really.
It's not gonna
Okay.
make sense, right?
So we've gone through the scrap heap, down, 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 to the car, which is Wolverine's coffin, and then inside the car to his body, to his head, to his face. Wolverine opens
This is
one
like-
eye.
So
No,
he-
this is
he
the ending
winks?
of like Wolverine, X-Men Origins Wolverine, except with Deadpool when he opens his one eye.
Yeah.
Okay, does this mean
Except
Wolverine's gonna have
way
eye
worse.
lasers and he's gonna flip through like a nuclear power plant later? 'Cause that would be cool.
I'm just gonna throw this out there, but like this movie would have actually been worse than X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah. Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
which,
yes.
which is actually saying something because that movie's very
That's
bad.
it.
Yeah, X-Men
not
Origins
very
Wolverine
good.
contained
I'll say
its racism pretty well. This movie did not bother to try that. Cut to words. Cut to interior prison. Dawn. How do we know it? Whatever. Gods open the Gods open the door, and then the
Gods open the door.
executioner. Why am I doing this? And then the executioner, a state policeman. That's not how this works.
Nope.
They just sent a state patrolman. And they're
They
like,
sent a
"Yeah, so there's
stadian.
some,
They sent in a
people
mall
I'm
cop to
supposed
kill
be
the
killing
X-Men."
here."
Can we like
The-
now read this next line about the sleeping positions of the crucifixes?
Yeah.
The X
Right?
crucifixes are in the
It's hurting my
horizontal
brain.
sleeping position.
So wait, all the X-Men are still on their crucifixes this whole time?
Apparently.
How have they gone
6
to the
weeks?
bathroom? Are they just
Yeah.
shitting themselves?
Yeah.
What's going on? How are they
Apparently-
alive?
I-
They're,
I
it's
guess
been 6
cat-
weeks. They're not eating. They're not going to the bathroom. They're just
Catheters
sleeping,
and
and they're
colostomy
like
bags
nailed to
just
crosses.
don't make sexy disaster footage, Ryan.
Are
That's
we?
just-
Oh, listen. Are we gonna do some Jesus shit? Are they all gonna like top off and be like, we're actually like superhuman because we're Jesus? Like, I don't think that's gonna work.
I
here.
hope not.
I don't
I
think
don't
so. Who's gonna be the executioner?
Wait, sorry. I'm sorry. High octane horse. Paul Blart has been sent to execute the X-Men.
I love that. I could be the
Yeah,
executioner.
that's exactly what happens. Somebody just shows up with like a donut and a Dunkin's coffee container, going like, "Who's ready to kill some people?" Like Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
I mean, we already had
I'm
Phil.
ready to-
We already had the everyman policeman.
That's
Oh
true.
my god.
That's
Is
good. We
Phil
killed
back?
God.
him. Just
Um,
as Phil's
I-
brother Bill.
I can't. I can't do an adequate Phil voice, so I guess Righty has to be the executioner. I don't
Okay.
make the rules.
It keeps getting worse. Oh, jeez. I'm
Okay.
reading
Yeah,
it.
It's bad.
I'm your official state executioner. All right, whatever. And I'm here to see that you've been properly sent off.
Oh, right. 4 forklifts. 4 forklifts.
Eat one for
Drive in
each
with
of the X
equipment for the
crucifixes.
Okay,
Yoink,
why?
yoink.
Did that mean that they brought in 4 separate electric chairs?
Yeah.
They're reusable, bro. Like, it's
Okay.
not like you're gonna put someone in it and then it
I have a
disappears.
question.
It like explodes
This is
on
why
you.
I have extra.
The forklifts are driving in and removing this stuff, and then the executioner, I guess, turns to like the camera and says this line
Yeah, who's he talking to here?
to remind us that Kitty's not 18.
Give us the line.
Yeah. Say goodbye to Kitty Cat. We can't kill her till she's 18.
Verbatim.
Is he like
That
a
was
master of
verbatim from the
ceremonies?
script, guys.
Like, is he
Okay.
performing for like all
Okay.
the people with the cotton candy or something?
Can we back up
Thank
to
you
the
for coming,
part where
everyone.
the private citizen Nazi Magneto is apparently executing these criminals and not the state? And is
Well,
doing it at, like, the Coliseum for some fucking reason?
I don't know. Apparently,
What is
everyone wants blood. Like,
happening?
everyone wants
Crazy
blood
dialogue.
so bad. It's
I don't
wild.
know.
Okay.
Who wants to read this entire next sequence? It's like out of control.
I can try.
No, it's cool. I got it.
All right.
It's fine. I got it. Small shards. Oh wait, sorry, I missed. It's the scrap. We're back to the scrap metal yard. Just
But
point
it's
that out.
Dawn.
Build on.
Small shards of metal slide down the slope of the scrap heap. The mound undulates, starting an avalanche of trash.
Is this like
3
the end of Toy Story
adamantium
3?
claws spear through the top of the mound and glisten in the moonlight, but it's dawn. It would be sunlight. The script is terrible.
He already
this is the
forgot
one
what he
time
wrote.
that the exterior matters, and you fucked it up.
Okay.
I need a second. Sorry.
This is like
Oh my god. Is the next? Are we even going to be able to top this with whatever the next movie is? A moment later, the other set of claws pierces the surface. With painful effort, Wolverine births himself out of the heap. Direct quote.
All of this is direct.
Y'all.
All of this is direct quotes.
Yeah. Look at him. Gooey, oozing, crusty. Ugh. Reborn. And gooey and oozing and crusty, he
And of
collapses.
Now, see, this is the Jesus metaphor because Wolverine was
Yeah.
dead for 3
Rose
days.
again 6 weeks
Right.
later.
Not on the crucifix. This part.
Right. It's not what you'd expect.
And
You'd expect the
Jesus
crucifixes.
emerged from the trash heap going, God
Oh my
damn.
god.
All right.
Wait. This they
A sheet of
Sorry,
Oh my
go
God.
ahead,
Sheet of
Reese. Go
newsprint.
ahead, go ahead.
is blown by the wind. It gets
Of course
stuck
it
on
is.
Wolverine's face
Of course
because
it
of
does.
course it does.
Uh-huh.
A hand reaches over and pulls off the tenacious paper. He looks at the headline. Go,
Whose
Ryan.
hand? Is it his hand?
It's his
I guess
hand.
it's- okay.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
read the
Random
headline.
hand goes.
Like,
Go for it, Ryan.
Oh,
The
did
headline.
Ex-
Give it.
Execution. My bad.
I like how they needed to show us execution day again. Like they were
Again.
like, that's not enough. It's
The
so
prop
funny
department worked
that we
really
need to-
hard on this, okay?
sorry, I also missed that cue because I thought you meant the other Ryan, and then I was like, why would he say that? And he goes, oh, my lie.
Yeah, I wanted somebody to read something with like complete bullshit histrionics. I meant you.
We
I
found
say
a
that with-
sponsor for this thing.
I
He's
say
wearing a
that with
watch? Wait.
all love, Ryan. Wolverine
I'm just reading.
snaps awake because apparently that's what paper does. Looks at the date, June 14. Looks at his watch. It's a Timex and it keeps on ticking. This writer is fired.
Oh, he
This
was fired on
writer.
page 2.
We have a
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
like
He's just
blacklisted.
still going.
Fired forever. It
Oh my
reads
God.
6:17 a.m. on June 14th.
Shit, no time for a shower.
What? I like how that was Logan's first reaction. He's like, I'm really dirty and I need a shower, Bob. Wait, I don't even have time to shower. I gotta go.
It's like Logan's never taken a shower in his life, and he's like, no time
I
for a
like
shower.
That's a good point, Maddy.
Idiot's relieved. Like, thank God, no time for a shower.
Where's
Wakes up with
Sabretooth?
nothing to do, no
Okay,
time for a shower.
Why didn't he wake up and just scream, where's Sabretooth? That would make more sense. But whatever.
Where's my memories? Cut to interior, prison, dawn, Teamsters. Okay, now the Teamsters are involved? You killed
This is
Phil.
a union job.
This is a union
Oh my
shop,
God.
people. Teamsters move the X-Men around on their rolling crucifixes. Now they roll?
They roll.
So that the mobile
roll, they
electrocution
lie
equipment can be
down.
set up. I'm
It's
sorry.
mobile?
Just
As,
multi-functional crucifixes.
as a resident of
Run
New York
rolly
This
wheel.
is
State,
not a cherry picker, guys. It's okay.
as a resident of New York State, we have eternally been too busted to afford mobile electrocution equipment. When they say mobile electrocution equipment, they mean a toaster and a fork and a generator. That is clearly what is happening here.
You just gotta do it yourself. Yoink.
Right. DIY
Chairs.
execution.
We ain't got chairs to roll around here. Get a bathtub. This toaster.
Speaking of
Let's
which,
go.
executioner, if you will.
Yes. Put the circuit breaker over here. Move her out of the way.
Jean is wheeled in front of Scott. They're finally together, alone, face to face.
They're covered
Scott's
in piss.
feelings
They're
pour
covered
out
in
a
piss and
desperate
shit.
rush.
They haven't
Yeah.
eaten in 6 weeks.
I know, it's like we're dirty and covered in shit, but Jean, I always loved you.
Okay,
From the
but
first day. From the first second. I was afraid I'd hurt you. I didn't trust myself. I wanted to be with you, but
the Teamsters roll them apart.
It's okay, my love. I
Verbatim.
know, I always knew. I'm not saying I love you back, though, because I'm Han Solo in this for some reason.
Right?
It's okay, my love. For the first time in the movie, Scott smiles.
Was he stone-faced this whole time?
Apparently.
Yes!
I guess.
That's actually
Wow.
incredible. I love it.
Did Todd
He
just roll
calls-
away with the crucifixes? Like, where is he?
The
He
crucifixes
calls
are
after
rolling
her.
around a lot.
I love you.
I love you, Gene. Their eyes
my
cling
God.
to each other until they can't see each other anymore, which in Scott's case is probably for the best.
Indeed.
They're placed side by side, facing the mirror. Okay, are they...
What are these giant mirrors?
Yeah, what are the mirrors there?
There's like the two-way mirror, but the two-way mirror was in the bunker, but the bunker's now the hangar, and I don't know where
There
the
was
cotton
also a
candy
Price's
machine was
House
supposed to
picture.
go. Okay.
Okay, this is some dramatic anime shit's about
It
to happen
really
here.
is.
They look at each other
Yeah.
side by side. Jean mouths the words,
I love you. I love you.
"Thank you, Maddy." A tear rolls down from under Scott's visor, and I gotta talk in the next scene, so it's all you, Maddy.
Cut 2. Exterior scrap metal yard. Dawn. Still. Wolverine climbs into a bulldozer. Wolverine, you don't have time for this. He's just playing around.
I just want to play with the truck.
This
oh,
looks
cool,
cool.
John Deere.
Snicked. He extends his index claw and inserts it into the ignition. Sparks fly. Wolverine grits his teeth and turns the key, quote
Definitely not how that
unquote.
works.
Not at all effective. The bulldozer starts up with a deep roar. Wolverine withdraws his claw from the ignition and shifts into gear. He spits out a spark and the bulldozer
his mouth?
tracks forward?
What
What?
happened?
I don't know. Wolverine is more machine than man. Cut to exterior jail hangar, Dawn. It's another media circus, like all executions are, we know. Prince
Cotton
greets
candy.
the arriving
I told you.
dignitaries who have come to watch the execution and eat cotton candy while they're here. He shakes hands
Oh,
with
yeah.
the now
It's free.
obsequious governor. Who wants to be the
Which
governor?
would have been the previous
I'll be the
quote,
governor. I
for
haven't
the
read anything
record.
in like 7 pages.
Okay, Ryan, go ahead.
Do I get invited to the inauguration, Tom?
First, let me get elected.
I wouldn't worry too much about that, buddy.
And then they
Atalanta
fuck.
stands vigilantly next to him, making sure nothing goes wrong. Cut
Okay.
to exterior
Atalanta's
streets. Dawn.
Wait, I like how
Atalanta's
was
had
there
no
with
lines
no
for,
lines.
like,
And they
80
like
pages.
they like they have done all these scenes where they describe everything that's happening, and then the final line there's like Atalanta.
Also,
stood
Atalanta's there.
Yeah. The bulldozer rambles down the street like a rampaging elephant, honking
love
as
that
it
Logan
approaches
is
red lights.
doing
Why is he honking? Beep, beep, beep. Those cars that don't dart out of the way are shoved aside. The bulldozer pulls up alongside a bus. Wolverine, chomping on a cigar butt, shouts to the driver.
Where
Where'd
did he
get his
even get
cigar?
that?
I don't know.
He
How did he
stopped to
find
get
the
that.
cigar?
You know,
Yeah,
like
he pulled a Logan.
he's like,
And
I
he
gotta
was
get
convenience
to the
store.
execution. He's
He
like,
drives
check
by
his
a
time
gas
as well.
station.
Oh,
Okay,
oh,
hold
time
on,
for a
though.
shower.
No time for a shower.
Maddie, did you just like? I'm sure Maddie just looked at us as we all just screamed like so much shit at the same time.
I was thinking that. I was like, these are some good bits that no one can understand. Anyway, Wolverine, you have a line.
Watching the audio spike so far into the red, the thing just explodes.
Hey, buddy, which way to the execution?
The bus driver sputters with fear.
Don't worry, I'm invited.
Okay, Logan. Cut to interior jail hanger.
I like
Dawn.
that
I know.
Sorry,
There's some
it's
pretty
dumb,
good.
but I like it.
There's some good energy on this. I even like the bulldozer. It makes no sense, but I
mean,
like it.
Is, I kind of love that Logan's this dumb.
So extra.
It is fun. In the jail hangar, the interior has been set up like an auditorium with rows of seats facing the jail bunker. A balcony level has been constructed in the rear. The surveillance console has been moved aside to afford a clear view. The picture window is dark, so no one can see inside the bunker, but the bunker itself is brightly illuminated by a large metal lighting grid which hangs from the ceiling. I
want to point out, this is the second time they've
described
out
this.
of their way to point out the lighting grid. So clearly it's going to kill somebody by the end of this movie.
I hope so.
And
it's in all caps, too. Like the large
metal
lighting.
grid.
It's metal. It's metal. Cut to exterior Thomas Prince Metalworks / Gatehouse.
Oh my god.
Dawn. It has been dawn for like 7 hours. A guard sees the bulldozer coming. He presses an alarm. Armed citizens take up positions behind barricades which block the roads on either side of the guardhouse. As the bulldozer approaches, they open fire. Why are there barricades? Whatever. Anyway, the bulldozer crashes right through the gatehouse, demolishing it. It barrels between the barricades and trundles toward the jail hangar. The guardhouse officer...
bulldozers.
Yeah, it does.
I was going to say, like, I don't know what the point of shooting at a bulldozer is, because even if Wolverine was killable, which he isn't.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He's in a goddamn bulldozer, you fucking morons.
Yeah. The guardhouse officer makes a call on a portable phone.
Portable phone.
You heard of portable phones?
How quaint.
You heard of these new portable
Welcome
phones?
to the 90s.
Cut to
Okay, but you guys remember, in 94, a portable phone was like the size of a boot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh,
like
yeah.
that fucker was
Hello.
large.
And it
So
had
he's
like
holding
a
it
whole
with
like
both hands.
antenna that you pulled out. It's like, let me take out my portable phone. Boop.
It's
Well,
seriously-
apparently
it's like-
Atalanta also has a portable phone because her phone rings on the other end and she picks it up.
Why the fuck aren't they just using walkie-talkies?
I don't know. They're not even that far
Because
away.
portable
Anyway,
phone- I don't-
she
Bad
listens but doesn't have a line.
Yes, she does.
Yes, he does.
Okay,
She
well, we
does,
can't
next
hear it.
page.
We can't hear it because all it says in the stage direction is that she whispers to Prince. Oh, it's on the next page. Okay.
Yeah, it's on the next page.
Okay, here we go.
It's all right, Maddie.
You gotta whisper it.
Somebody breached security. Relax. I'll take care of it. She runs out.
Wait, can you imagine that she was trying to be discreet by taking out this massive cell phone, turning it on, and then whispering into
And just
it?
being like,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Okay,
like walks over to
I can
Prince. She's
take
like,
this over.
hey.
Again, I'm just back to Spaceballs, where he's just like using the megaphone to talk to Colonel Sanders. who's
Meanwhile,
right
the
next to him.
bulldozer is like slamming through the wall, and Adeline is like,
It's like plowing out other people's cars.
Speaking of, exterior Metalworks compound. Dawn. Wolverine drives his dozer towards two hangars, which are side. Now there's a decoy hangar side by side. On the left is a sheet metal hangar. On the right is the jail hangar. Thanks, Minimap. Citizens pursue him in jeeps, firing machine guns and fucking pushers. What the shit? The
Where did they get all
governor of
these
New York
weapons?
is in
Why
the
is
same
this fucking
building.
Mad Max now? What's happening?
this is wild.
Meanwhile, Furiosa and Wolverine go to save the X-Men.
Yeah, right.
Wolverine drives the bulldozer into the narrow alley between the two hangars and plugs it up, because plugging things up is what Wolverine does.
Wait, if Pluggy's
True.
here, Wolverine!
Pluggy
It's my
was the
entrance.
bulldozer the whole time. The jeeps are blocked on either side. Wolverine
Would
lights
be.
an oily rag with his cigar, which thank God he had Chekhov's cigar, and sticks it in the gas tank. He rolls away just as the bulldozer explodes.
Wow.
So much for Pluggy. Wolverine looks back at the fire because no, that's not.
You're not supposed to look behind you at the explosion.
Yeah,
dude.
cool
You're
guys
supposed to
don't
keep
look at
watching.
explosions. Then dashes forward
Oh
through
my
the rear
God.
entrance because going through
It's
the rear
rear.
entrance is again a thing Wolverine does
He
to
knows
the
all
jail
about this.
hangar. In the
Oh.
back. As he gets near, Atalanta drops down from the roof in front of him. She lands squarely on 2 feet, blocking his way. She stares
Oh.
at him in shock.
You were dead.
I know, but I'm feeling better.
That is a
Really,
Logan line.
I got
I love
better
that.
would have been completely sufficient. How did you ruin like one of the classic action movie one-liners?
Yeah, or just be like, I was dead. I don't know. Who cares? Anyway.
Oh, what the fuck? She pulls 2 exotic dagger-sized tridents from
With
hip
Sai?
scabbards. So does that mean she has Sai?
She had
Yeah.
Sai.
Yeah.
So she's Raphael all of a sudden.
Yes.
Yes.
She stalks him.
Well, you're just in time for your execution.
Yeah, but it's your funeral.
That doesn't make any
Okay,
sense.
I'd like to pull everyone aside for a moment. You watched Prince literally tie the man like a pretzel. You buried him under 6 metric tons of scrap metal. And he is currently standing in front of you, with pants on, because that's how Marvel operates,
Yep.
perfectly fucking fine. And yet you and your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle weapons are like, oh, I can clearly kill this guy.
Poke, poke.
I don't know if you saw this, Todd, but I just put into the general chat Atalanta from Marvel with those weapons so you can see what she's supposed to look like.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those aren't tridents at all.
Wait,
I don't
where
know
am I
what
looking
they
for
are.
this?
The
general
general
chat?
chat.
They're
What
just
the hell?
there's sabers, but she's holding one by the whatever. This is dumb. Moving on.
I'm gonna put
It looks like a
link
bow and
in.
arrow.
It
Yeah,
does
put a
look
link
like
in the
bow and
chat,
arrow.
in the YouTube chat, so that everybody can
All
see.
right.
Everybody can see that.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Anyhow, so after Atalanta makes what is clearly the stupidest decision that's ever happened in anyone's life.
Hey, somebody
ever.
else has to die. It's been a few pages.
It might as well be somebody. Well, okay, that lighting grid's got to kill somebody.
True.
Wolverine lunges at her. She leaps over his head and lands behind him. She laughs. Cut 2. Oh, this is
Oh,
an
God.
entire page of stage directions.
Do you want
folks.
me to take over?
No, it's cool because you're gonna have to take over a 1 page after this.
It's true. I will.
Technicians attach electrodes to the heads of the X-Men. Cut to exterior between 2 hangars. Dawn between 2. I'm just envisioning these as like tits for some reason. In the
hanger and
hanger
that
cleavage.
Nice hangers.
I call them my hangers. There's the X jail, and then there's the other one.
The haters.
There's the jail
metal
and there's the decoy titty. It's to confuse robbers. Atalanta throws the explosive sphere at Wolverine.
Sure.
Like a grenade or like a Hadouken? Like which one of those?
Hadouken,
Whatever.
you know?
Yeah, Hadouken.
Yeah.
He dodges and it blows a hole in the wall of the sheet metal hanger, the decoy hanger. Atalanta keeps throwing these little bombs, forcing Wolverine towards the hole in the wall. Is Atalanta like you, Mom and Shant's Maddy? As Atalanta prepares to nail him with their last bomb, he dives through the hole into the hangar because going through the hole is a thing that Wolverine
Logan
does.
that.
Interior sheet metal hangar. Dawn. Now we're in the decoy hangar. Atalanta dives into the hangar after Wolverine. They battle each other throughout the factory. It's a hangar, not a factory. It's a hyper-modern automated facility, the opposite of the volcanic steam mill of popular imagination. Okay, so they're
Oh my god.
Okay.
What
they're
is
in
this
Mass
fucking
Effect? Is
sentence?
that what's happening? Whatever. Machines neatly squeeze, roll, and shape molten metal into thick sheets.
This
Atalanta
reminds
leaps in to
me-
strike.
Where is this?
Of like
Yeah.
X3
I like
or
the-
whatever. I don't know. It seems bad. It seems bad to me.
It is bad.
Yeah,
It
you're
is
thinking, You're
bad.
thinking of X-Men Origins Wolverine. That's
Which
what
is the
you're
one?
thinking of.
God, yeah, you're probably right.
Which is the bad one? We're gonna be
And
here all
or the
night.
end of episode 3
answering
of Star Wars
that.
when they're in the volcano.
I was thinking
Oh
of
yeah!
Fassbender working in the
Can't
metal
wait.
factory.
Cannot wait
Yeah.
for Wolverine
Wait,
to
you
be
were
like,
thinking- you were
I've
thinking of
got
what,
the
Ryan?
high ground.
Michael Fassbender in what is it, Apocalypse?
Oh
Yeah.
no, that
I feel
Yeah,
like
no,
there's
that-
always like
yeah,
fight
yeah.
scenes in factories with big metal
God.
things around.
which
It's a
movie that
thing.
was Apocalypse?
But then they
wasn't it?
specifically told us
Yeah.
that it's not that for some fucking reason.
I don't know.
Whatever.
We'll just assume
I know,
they're in the
I'm sorry.
Joker's
Ignore me.
factory. That's where they
Yes,
are.
they
Yeah.
they are very clearly in the opening bit of Nier Automata.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Love that.
As Atalanta leaps in to strike, she leaps away for defense. Then why did you leap in the
She
first
leaps
place?
in. She leaps
Uh,
away. She leaps in.
she's in the fight. She's out of the fight.
She's
in
back
the fight.
in.
She's out
throwing
of the
heavy
fight.
objects now.
She throws heavy objects. When she lands a punch, it does big damage. And all I can hear is the CBS 2 announcer in my head. This is true love I'm making. After all, she's about 10 times stronger than he is.
Honestly, I forgot that she was because like they
Yeah.
did not use that at
She
all.
hasn't
So.
done anything the whole fucking movie. She picks up Wolverine and hurls him across the factory, which again, it's just a hanger. When she tries to finish him off, he flips her in front of Titanic rollers that almost flatten her. So now we're in like the taffy pulling room
This is Willy
at
Wonka's
the Wonka
factory.
factory. What is okay? At the
Willy
last
Wonka.
second, she leaps to safety.
This is stupid. Why is this fight scene
This
here?
is dumb. This fight scene is not.
Maddie,
You're a
necessary.
writer, not a
I know what you're-
choreographer.
I just realized. You know what
Stop.
this is?
Stop it.
I think you were thinking of, Maddie, was Lady Deathstrike
Yes,
versus Wolverine. And
that
X-Men
is
2.
what I was
That's
thinking
That is
of.
the energy.
Oh.
That is the
Oh.
energy.
Oh yeah.
Because it's another fight with a woman that doesn't need to be in the movie.
It doesn't need to be there.
And
They
she's
lose sight of
gonna
each other.
die and didn't need to be there ever.
Yeah.
Cut to execution chamber. The non-decoy hanger. Dawn.
Oh my God.
Cables are run from the X-Men
Cable?
to the circle. Okay, they're literally just hooking them up to
I
a
wish
car.
he was here. It would make
They
this
are
movie
literally
better.
just hooking them up to
Yes.
a car battery. What the fuck?
Yeah, they really are.
Back to the decoy hanger. Wolverine and Atlanta stalk each other. Somehow. He listens, sniffs, and gets close. She has a cut. Dun dun dun. He sniffs her blood. He sniffs her blood and leaps on her, unaware. They fight.
Or fuck.
Which is absolutely not what the previous 7 paragraphs of bullshit was, apparently. That was flirting. This
Oh my God.
This
Is
is
their
fighting.
Good God.
Back to the
Would this
non-decoy
scene
hanger.
ever end?
I know. Technicians connect the last wires to the circuit breaker. In her pit. They kept her in the pit. Okay. Kitty
years.
cheerfully watches
And
the procedure on a video monitor,
They're
which
keeping her
I
in that
have
pit
to...
for 2 years until they can kill her.
Yeah, she's
Here's
just
the
lives
best
in the
part.
pit.
They kept her in the 12-foot pit, and they lowered a TV down to her so that she could watch everyone die.
Because that's okay, but killing her isn't.
Oh my God.
That
They
would be
also
inhumane.
like lower down a basket. They're like, put the lotion
This
in the
is, see,
basket.
this is what the 1% spend their money on.
Yeah.
Is like elaborate death traps and hangers.
This is
Extra
Saw before
hangers.
Saw.
Now you gotta take over, man.
Okay, interior sheet metal hanger Dawn.
We're back to the decoy
God.
hanger.
Okay, Atalanta kicks Wolverine away. He lands on a long band of sheet metal. A fearsome high-tech laser cuts through the metal like butter.
This is
Like
what,
butter.
007 now? We're doing James
What a
Bond?
guy.
This thing could easily burn through Wolverine's skeleton.
No,
I
it cannot.
don't think
What?
that's true.
What?
Atalanta leaps on top of
I'm so
Wolverine, and they wrestle in the path of the approaching laser. Atalanta
Oh
gets
my
a good
God.
grip on Wolverine. Using her superior strength, she immobilizes him in the path of the laser. He struggles, but he can't get away. Ugh. Look at
I
Wolverine.
hate this line. I hate
Beat
this line.
up by a girl.
Okay. And you know
Oh
that
my
that
God.
line means when they cut back to this scene,
She'll be dead.
she's
Gonna
going
die.
to die.
Yes,
Probably.
of course. Of course. Cut to interior jail hanger Dawn. Prince stands at the microphone in front of the bunker, directly under the suspended lighting grid, which isn't capitalized this time, but that doesn't mean it's not going to fall on his ass.
It's gonna kill
Because
somebody.
they want us to forget about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, John, remember, lighting grid.
But don't remember too much.
Yeah.
Don't linger. Just what does Hannah Gatsby say? Like, don't invest.
Don't
take,
invest.
take notice, but don't invest.
Yeah.
Sorry to
back.
get you
Give it
up
back.
at this ungodly hour. Oh my God. But apparently you all appreciate the importance of murdering a bunch of people in the private sector for some fucking reason. I don't want to turn this into a photo op or a soundbite, but I would like to turn it into a photo op and a soundbite. So let's proceed with the execution. Now I feel like what's his face playing Prince what's his name in Prince John in Men in Tights. Richard
Oh.
Lewis.
No.
They're gonna have a murder or a wedding. Either way, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
The lights dim. Prince nods and the darkened picture window becomes transparent. It's time for a PowerPoint. The audience can now see through it to the X-Men in the well-lit
The Zoom
jail.
call starts.
They are lined up side by side facing the front. The crowd...
Clippy appears and he's like, "Can I help you?"
The
It
crowd...
looks like you're trying to kill some innocent people. Would you like help with that?
The crowd starts to chant, Thomas Prince. Why would that be what they would
That's
chant?
what I'm looking at. It's like not even like.
Like,
Facebook.
okay, like, kill the fuckers. Like, I don't know. They could have put something else.
Right.
Jerks. That was what was
I
in my
don't
head.
know.
Kill those jerks. Kill those jerks.
Yeah,
Kill those
anyway, they
jerks.
go with Thomas Prince. X-Jail, Dawn. The X-Men see only themselves in the mirror, but they can hear the crowd roaring for Thomas Prince. It makes
is
them
this
feel,
mirror?
if possible, even more defeated.
How are they alive?
I don't know. They just
What
are
is this
still
mirror?
alive.
What
Yeah,
is this
it's a
entire
weird
next page you're about to
fucking-
read?
I don't
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Right.
Go, Maddy, go.
Yay! Interior sheet metal hanger Dawn. The laser gets closer and closer. It's going to slice through Wolverine's dick. I mean
No,
neck.
it's not.
He struggles to squirm out of Atlanta's hold. He starts to free up one arm. Cut 2, X-Jail. The executioner goes over to the large U-shaped switch on the circuit breaker. But he's never going to reach it because we're going to take 16 pages to describe him walking towards it.
There's so many
This is like a
cut-tos.
Dragon Ball.
The X-Men, no, it really is. The X-Men
Yeah,
face
it
their
is.
images in the mirror. Cut 2, sheet metal hanger. The laser gets closer. Wolverine gets his arm a bit freer. Cut 2, X-Jail. The executioner takes hold of the switch and he gets
Oh
ready to pull
my
it down. He's
God.
thinking about it. He's thinking about it. He's looking at the audience. He's looking at the switch. He's pointing at it. Cut 2, sheet metal hanger. The laser is inches from Wolverine's neck. He gets his arm free. Snicked, he plunges his claws into a box of wiring alongside the laser gun that is conveniently
okay.
sitting there.
That's just a Jubilee situation happening.
Yeah, sparks shower like fireworks around Wolverine's claws. The laser stops moving. Wolverine twitches, jerks, convulses. He's being electrocuted. Atalanta holding him is frying along with him. The lights in the factory flicker. Okay, so that's how she dies? That's dumb. Cut 2, interior jail hanger. The lights also flicker here. Prince looks up at the lighting grid. He shouts into the microphone.
Hold the switch!
Through the window, we see the executioner pull the switch, and as he does, the circuits short out. The jail hanger is plunged into darkness. The crowd gasps, are they going to be saved by, like, Wolverine's accident?
I
Like,
don't even know, but there's like
this is
another
so
page of cut-tos. There's an
stupid.
entire second page of cut-tos.
I
There's
know.
at least 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of
Oh
them
my
in the
God,
world.
cut
Okay.
to-
Oh my god.
Cut 2, interior X-Jail. The X-Men's hopes soar. But, cut 2, interior sheet metal
Maddy.
hanger.
Maddy,
We should alternate these because that will
Hold on.
absolutely give us.
I have to show my sheer appreciation for High Octane Horse Meat, who just screams, "Pull the
Pull the
lever,
lever, Krog."
Okay.
Wrong lever!
Cut to interior sheet metal hanger. This hanger is also dark. Wolverine and Atalanta lie in a silent, deathly embrace in a pool of light from a skylight. I guess there's a
Did they have
skylight.
sex or did they die? What
Both.
happened?
Both with
They
Wolverine.
orgasmed
You
as
never
it went
know.
off, you know?
Yeah, the machines
We're
are
at
still. Todd, go ahead.
to the jail hanger. The crowd murmurs nervously. I would be too. Prince speaks to his technicians. He stands in a pool of light from a similar skylight above him. Oh, I get it.
Cut to interior X-Jail. The X-Men wonder what will happen next. Why was that a separate cut? Oh my God.
It really needed Gene looking at the camera and going, I
We were just
wonder
going-
what will happen next.
This is like Demon, where we had Maddy posted the top for I wonder what's going on.
And now
Cut
for something
to
completely
the
X-Men.
decoy hanger on Wolverine. One eye opens.
Again?
Then, with effort, he shoves Atalanta to the side.
She did.
Get off me, bitch.
Cut to exterior jail hangar day.
Oh my
Hordes of
God.
citizens
Cut
surround the
to.
hangar on alert to prevent Wolverine from breaking in.
Okay, I want to point out it's citizens with a capital C, which refers to
The Nazis.
Prince's crowd of Nazi bad
Or
people.
like
Oh.
a band. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a band.
The upright citizens brigade surrounds the hangar. Cut to interior jail hangar. Prince addresses the crowd. Oh, this is useful. If you'll be patient for just a minute, we'll get on with the killing.
Crash. The
Crash.
skylight shatters. Wolverine drops from the ceiling in a shower of glass. Before Prince can attack, the lights in the hangar come back on. Wolverine sees the X-Men behind the wall of glass. He cannonballs through the two-way mirror. Using what momentum? I don't know. Interior X jail. The mirror
double
shatters
jumps.
as
That's how this
Wolverine
works.
crashes through, revealing the world on the other side. In a whirlwind of action, Wolverine frees Jean, who telekinetically removes Scott/Cyclops' metal visor. Cyclops blasts Kurt/Nightcrawler's cage to
Why are
pieces.
we back to this again?
I
Where we're
don't
saying both their
know.
names. Kurt/Nightcrawler and Scott/Cyclops is here with Jean.
Jean levitates Kitty out of her
And
pit.
Steven!
Wolverine dashes over to Xavier.
Don't get.
Where's Jason?
Dead. He tried to kill Prince.
Wolverine seems sad as he extracts Xavier from his cross and yanks out his IV tube. Wait, they had IVs in? Is that for the food that they're not able
I'm
to
guessing
eat?
that they were being nutrient fed that way.
Okay,
I guess.
sure.
Apparently.
Do they have catheters?
That or they were keeping
This is
Xavier
fucking
drugged so
gross
he
and
couldn't.
weird.
Yeah,
it
it is weird.
like some weird Weapon X shit.
I know
happening.
we've not
Yes.
said anything bad about the script up to now, but I just wanted to note that it's a bit weird.
You haven't
Xavier-
picked
oh my
up on
God.
it yet.
Just
This
turn that
movie's
up.
shit.
Now Xavier screams, "We have to expose Prince. That's the key." Like, no shit,
No.
Xavier.
Oh,
Thank
is that
you.
it? Is that all you have to do? You
Don't
could have
put
done
his
that during the
fucking
fucking
mind
trial.
in
How are
the
you
world.
gonna do that?
all.
The
Don't put his fucking
jail
mind in.
hanger. The X-Men charge out of their jail onto the platform with Prince. Prince doesn't use his power because he doesn't want to give himself away. The spectators are pressed back in their seats, terrified.
The game's over, bub.
Prince turns back to the audience, nervous but poised.
The wow.
That's not boys. Come on.
He's just Hades in my head now. From
Kinda
it's just like,
I kinda
hey,
love
once they
it.
come, Office of Citizens, could I get some help up here?
Several citizens rush on stage. Wolverine dispatches some with his fists. Scott/Cyclops zaps the guns out of the hands of others. Tell them the truth, Prince, says Jean.
The
I have to
truth
read now.
came out in court.
She turns to the crowd and points at Prince. He's a mutant!
I
That
saw
one!
Goody Prince with the devil.
The audience is outraged. They shout her down as she repeats herself.
Prince is a mutant.
Thank you, Wolverine.
I feel like that line should have been Jean.
Well, the man needed to say it.
I know, right?
That's a good point.
Oh, really? Why
Everyone's
didn't
like,
you say so?
Why didn't you say so?
Wolverine and Nightcrawler disarm a few more citizens who try to rush on stage.
Ignore them. They'll say anything to divide us. This is the first test of our resolve to...
While he speaks, Cyclops raises his visor, his beam severs. You guessed it! The metal cable holding the lighting grid. The 5-ton device
Phantom
drops
of the
straight
Opera.
toward Prince. Da, 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 da. Instinctively, he raises his arms over his head as if to catch it. The lighting grid stops falling and hovers in midair a few feet above him. The audience gasps. The media eats it up, as media members are wont to do. My God, he is a mutant. He's a mutant. He's a mutant. Oh my God, he's a mutant. Oh my God.
I can envision
Lied
is
to
that
us.
bit from Thor
He lied to
Ragnarok
us.
where Loki's like...
Magnetically levitating the lighting grid, Prince realizes that he has betrayed himself. Hundreds of photo flashes behind him. He sees the fear and hatred on the faces of his citizens. He turns to the X-Men.
And I gotta kill them too.
With a look of pure malice, Prince heaves his empty arms with his empty arms, and the lighting grid flies out over the audience. Spectators cower as the grid descends on them. It's not that big, is it? Scott/Cyclops blast
All
the
over his
device.
faces, like,
Yeah, it's like enough to fill
It's
an
about the
auditorium.
size of a wrestling ring, like a little bigger. Right?
Oh,
You could
okay,
probably
fair
take
enough.
out like...
Wait, hold on. Can we just enjoy this next line that somehow was going to be created in this movie, in which it
Yeah,
says
which they have
Jean-
no money for at all.
Right, it says Jean creates an invisible canopy to protect people from the falling metal. How are we going to display this? Nobody fucking knows.
I don't know. I don't know. Prince gathers the metal fragments into a whirlwind and sends it like a wave against the X-Men. Also don't
He
have
is
money for
Storm.
that, but okay.
Yep.
The X-Men are buried by the metal debris. The spectators run in panic for the exits. Before they get there, all the doors slam shut on their own. That's kind of funny. Exterior jail hanger. The doors bolt shut on the outside, locking in the people. Interior jail hanger. Citizens and police now shoot at Prince. Because any mutant is bad? The politics of this are not interesting
I
to
don't
me
really
at all.
well, but
He
also, like,
deflects their
what is
bullets.
happening?
Yeah, like literally it's just mayhem. It's like everyone
And
kills
also,
everyone.
how are they going to clear? Really am interested to know how they're going to clear their name when they had Xavier's face like destroy a bunch of religious places
Yeah.
of worship.
Yeah.
Because the one person who can actually prove that it wasn't him
Is dead.
is dead.
Yeah, exactly.
So they actually can't do jack shit, but just the fact that Prince is a mutant is somehow enough. But whatever. Anyway,
Yeah, they wrote themselves into so many corners.
Unless
I know,
Jason's
it's
not
stupid.
actually.
TV,
Wait,
and that turned
hold
out
on. Is
What if
Jason
Jason's
not
not
actually
really
dead?
dead?
And like that whole thing was him
Ooh.
pretending to die, but showed Jean an apparition that he was alive before disappearing.
I
don't
skipped
know.
ahead in the answers. That does not appear to be.
Well, anyway.
I'm sorry, I could not
No,
live in
he's
suspense
gone.
about that bullshit. I needed to know. There's only 8 more pages.
Anyway,
Oh my God.
Prince
I'm getting
defects the
tired.
bullets. The guns fly out of their hands.
Oh, I have a line. Haha. You
Yeah, go
wanted
ahead.
death? I'll show you death.
Prince raises his arms. The whole building starts to vibrate. Harder. Harder. The stairs shake.
Harder.
The seats rattle. Metal beams sing, quote unquote. Rivets extract themselves from their joints and rain down. The framework
Okay, so
becomes
this is
loose.
the same thing that
Girders
happens when
fall,
Evil
hangers
Jean
coming
fucks
apart.
Logan. In
Yeah, it actually
Yeah.
is the same thing.
Yep,
Evil
the
Jean.
audience panics. People fall. They're trampled by the mob.
Oh,
Xavier, Kitty stays with the professor. It just says that for some reason. I
what?
don't know
Okay.
why.
God, I hate her.
Like camera on Xavier.
Yeah, and it's like
I guess.
Xavier. And then
I
Kitty's
don't
also
Kitty's in the
there.
background going, hey!
So this person is the writer, the cinematographer, the choreographer.
Amazing. Amazing. He's so
Oh my
talented.
God.
He's
Anything
got it
How did this
all.
movie not get made?
He's a triple
Yeah.
I'll
threat.
try. I'll try to calm down the crowd with means that I cannot describe, but it's definitely my mind. Go outside and open the
Brainwashing.
door.
Special
I'm gonna
effects manager
manipulate a
Stark.
crowd.
Yeah. Kitty runs
Just
off.
seeing the credits of Rye's version of this movie now is just like, so it's director John Smith, photography John
John
Smith,
Smith.
best boy John Smith, special effects John Smith.
Again,
A John
is
Smith
this
production.
movie better or worse than D-Man? You be the judge. Anyway, Kitty runs off.
Demon's funny at least.
I know.
True.
Xavier's left alone. He composes himself and concentrates on killing the entire crowd. The crowd starts to calm down.
They know too much.
Exterior jail hanger. Kitty emerges
Oh, here
from
we
the
go.
wall and opens a door that was barred. People flood out. The X-Men emerge from under a pile of metal as they prepare to attack Prince. Metal pieces wrap around their limbs. Kitty squeezes into the arena against the crowd. Prince sees her. Pieces of metal immediately wrap around her wrists. Prince
that's gonna
gestures, and the X-Men rocket across the hangar. Wolverine crashes into the crowd, toppling many. Boing, boing, boing,
Many.
boing, boing. Scott/Cyclops, his POV flying towards a wall. He blasts a hole in the wall
Is
and
it?
flies through the
Please
hole.
tell me the POVs are red.
Yeah, I hope so. He lands
Right?
outside.
That would be rad,
I
actually.
feel like
right?
they've done that
That'd be
before, have
hilarious.
they? I don't know.
No.
Anyway, Jean makes a soft landing with her force field. That is a power she now has. The chat is very upset about this, by the way. This is not... Suddenly, Jean is Sue Storm. Kurt/Nightcrawler tumbles and flips and lands on his feet on a girder up near the roof. He would have teleported, but he can't. Kitty phases through a girder and grabs onto a giant American flag. She hangs precariously from the fabric.
Oh
Then
my
She's
God.
hurt.
Laughs as he brings the temple down on the Philistines. Cyclops staggers back into the
Wow.
hangar. He aims his beam at Prince. Prince is thrown back 20 feet. He directs a girder at Cyclops. Cyclops blasts it. Prince and Cyclops.
Jesus.
As
Prince
Maddy gets
hurls
progressively
more
more
and
and more
more.
in reading.
Whew.
This is the rest of it. We're
There's
just
a
gonna be
laser,
narrating.
I don't care.
Yeah,
let's
you
keep
guys
going.
you're listening to a bedtime story by me now. Prince
are.
hurls more girders and pieces of the roof at Cyclops, who deflects them one by one. Kitty's
Oh.
falling down the flag. Kitty,
How big is
hang
the
on for
flag?
fuck's sake. Nightcrawler sees she's in danger. He looks around. How to help? He sees a long cable hanging from the roof, tied up near him. It won't get him there. There's another cable midway to Kitty. Kitty's slipping down the flag, and the flag rips. Nightcrawler swings on the first cable. He lets
America.
go. Like Spider-Man, he flies through the air with the greatest of ease. A long, long way, but he'll never reach the other cable, and he's falling, but grabs the cable at the last moment. Come on, man. Teleport! Anyway,
Yeah, what is this
Right?
shit?
his weight tears it loose, and he goes on to the second leg of his swing. He swooshes alongside Kitty, scoops her up under his arm, and carries her to a ladder on the wall. Kitty is so flabbergasted that all she can do is kiss him on the lips. That's all
Okay,
she
That's
can
the
do.
only thing I could think
Yep,
of to do.
You know what?
I've been saved from certain
This
death.
writer pissed me off because A, he's not teleporting. Now Kitty like
I
making
know.
out, which is like not who those characters
He's
are.
like her
No.
uncle.
He's
That's
gay.
so weird.
Right?
It is very weird. It's a weird energy. Prince fuses several X crucifixes in midair into his large slab. The slab flies
Oh.
at Cyclops. Why does Prince hate Cyclops so fucking much?
I don't know. Was the crucifix a fucking transformer?
I don't know. Cyclops and Jean together use their powers. to save Scott from getting crushed. The metal slab
What?
sparks from the heat and impact. I don't really get that, but okay.
I think
Maybe-
Jean and Scott were both like lasers and telekinesis at the same time to keep him from dying,
sure.
I guess.
To get the
Whatever.
transformer away. A battle of wills. Prince magnetically pushes the slab. Scott/Cyclops and Jean try to force it back. The duel's depleting them all. Nightcrawler sees people trapped on a balcony that's about to collapse. He swings over to help them. At first, they're afraid to accept his help. He grabs a frightened child and swings him to safety. When the others realize that Nightcrawler's intentions are good, they jockey for position. He begins ferrying them to safety.
Why
Damn
can't
it, there's
he
a kid
teleport?
that just gets shoved out of the way by some...
Yeah, it's like, wait, no, take me, Blue Man.
first!
Actually, I'll take one.
They would have saved so much money if they like got rid of all
Teleported?
these seeds and just let him teleport. Instead, they're
know.
having like do like I don't know, like stunts.
Cyclops is still
I
fucking
know.
fighting a metal slab for like 10
Okay,
years.
I
Xavier
take over
watches
for a
this
bit.
scene with his eyes closed, which is actually hilarious, by the way.
We're almost done with it. We're almost done.
Cyclops and Prince.
POV. The metal slab bearing down on him. Xavier watches this scene with his eyes closed. That sentence makes no sense. Cyclops and Prince.
Thanks, Xavier.
The metal slab forces itself closer and closer to Cyclops. He's about to be crushed against the wall. Jean sends a little rivet hurling at Prince. It strikes him in the eye.
Nice. Yeah.
Cool.
That's
Headshot.
actually
Boom.
fucking rad.
It is pretty cool, yeah.
She's just like, bitch.
Ding.
He falters
Jean's like,
and
I
sends.
suddenly have powers.
Oh, well, it doesn't last long. He falters and sends a rain of rivets hurling back at Jean that knocks her out.
Oh, never mind.
Nightcrawler.
Useless.
There it is.
Prince says, oh, I guess that just means we're shifting the POV to
Yeah,
Nightcrawler
they've been doing
instead
it
of
this whole time.
Kurt's
It's
doing a thing.
very hard to
Kurt
read.
sends Kurt sends rivets flying at Kurt. Prince sends rivets fighting
Oh my god.
words. He's also knocked unconscious. Wow, these are some impressive rivets.
Yeah, really though.
Cyclops is now fighting off the slab himself.
I'm
It bears
picturing
down
it like
on him.
Gumby, like the slab is fighting. Or Cyclops is just trying to fight this slab. Like it's stupid.
Closer.
Oh my god.
Closer. Closer. Kitty stands petrified on the ladder. Xavier off screen.
Oh, wait. Kitty.
Kitty looks around and doesn't see anybody. Xavier off screen.
Oh, sorry. Scott's in trouble. Distract Prince. Do anything you can.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's dead.
Xavier dissolves. Kitty scurries down the ladder. Wolverine drags himself next to Scott/Cyclops between the metal slab and the wall.
Get out of here.
I'm
You'll be
hoping these
crushed.
Oh,
guys do.
sorry. You'll be crushed. I'll recover.
Oh, you found a new boyfriend now that Jason's dead.
Oh. Fuck that
who wants
guy,
to read
though.
all these stage directions?
I'm
Oh,
good
God,
because
oh,
I have
God.
lines on the next page.
I can.
Where the hell was I? Wolverine kicks Scott/Cyclops away. Scott/Cyclops sags, depleted. Kitty rushes across the hangar to the stairs leading to the platform. Tired, as are we. She tries to pass through a security fence.
Well, she hasn't had anything
bounces
to
off.
eat for 6 weeks.
Right?
Only an IV. That's it.
It's not like she had an IV down in the 12-foot hole.
yeah,
just, like-
actually, that's a good point. Did she?
I was, like,
She
throwing
bounces
bread at
off.
her in the hole.
She tries
Right?
again. Can't phase. She goes around to the other side of the doorway. She has to stop and open the door. Prince
Oh my God.
reconfigures the metal slab into a wedge.
Gumby.
Sure. The wedge is aimed
What's this gonna do?
aimed at Wolverine's neck. Wolverine crouches to prevent himself from being decapitated, which just might kill him.
It won't.
No, it won't.
Thanks, X-Men Origins Wolverine. In the process, he is slowly squashed. Prince digs deep inside for the energy to finish off Wolverine once and for all. Kitty arrives on stage. She has no weapon. Desperate, she barrels right into Prince, knocking him over.
That's funny.
Useless little shit.
I
Like
know.
a
Wolverine. The wedge falls straight down without crushing him. Wolverine leans against the wall, half dead. Prince lies on the floor, depleted.
You
Wolverine
are
drags
depleted.
himself to his feet and staggers towards the platform. Prince sees Wolverine coming. He gets to his feet, gestures, and Kitty's metal wristband pulls her into his grasp.
What happened?
I know. Nobody knows. Another piece of metal flies around Kitty's neck and cinches tight. She tries to phase, but she can't.
Oh
Wolverine.
my god.
That's
Oh,
plot.
wait. You
She,
gotta
yeah,
take
she
over,
can't
Maddy?
phase when she isn't supposed to phase, and she can when she needs to.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
To be fair, they've been consistent about this, right? Where, like, when it's in
Where
a high
she's
stress situation, she
consistently
can't.
inconsistent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wolverine leaps onto the stage and steps towards Prince.
Stay away.
Wolverine keeps coming. Kitty's necklace, quote unquote, tightens. Prince tries to force him back magnetically, but Wolverine keeps coming like fighting a strong wind.
He's gonna kill Jean. I'll kill her.
Wolverine keeps coming. Kitty gags.
I'll do it.
Wolverine is
Chris,
only
you
a
had like
step
20
away.
chances.
I know. Kitty can't breathe.
Kitty. Phase.
And without hesitation, Wolverine plunges his claws through Kitty into Prince. Oh, this is risky, my friend.
Jesus, yeah. I mean, like, she can't face right now.
She can't face
Like,
normally.
Wolverine doesn't know that other people don't have healing factors. He's like, she'll be fine.
Kitty's eyes widen. Wolverine lifts Prince up off the ground. Kitty is not lifted with him. Her necklace clanks to the floor, along with all her clothes. No, just kidding. For some reason, she's
Yeah,
able
that's
to
how
keep
the movie
those on.
ends.
A freeze frame of Kitty going, "Whoa!" Wolverine holds Prince above his head, impaled. Snicked, Wolverine retracts his claws. Prince's dead body drops to the floor at his feet.
wow, that was fast.
It was.
One.
Right?
Yeah.
How did we had all these characters with massive powers, and the person that killed the metal guy was the guy coated in metal.
Yeah, that
Yep.
doesn't make
Yes.
any sense.
Jazz
Okay.
hands.
Because plot again. One dead body. Now we're even.
Jean and Scott.
Get it?
You
Get
wanna,
it?
You want to read these directions, Todd?
Sure. Now that I'm dead. Scott. I need a minute. Scott helps Jean to her feet. She's still a little wobbly.
Oh,
Are you
I'm
all
so
right?
weak. Hold
I'm
me.
so feminine. She puts her arms around. Wait, I screwed up a pronoun. He puts her arms around her.
Did
I
you?
said she puts her arms around her. So apparently, Scott
Well,
is also
I think-
post-transition,
I think
which we
it's
support.
supposed to be he puts his arms around her, but it's not. But it should
Oh,
be.
I didn't
her
screw
arms
up.
around
The
her.
script did.
Yes, that's
She-
correct.
Yeah.
Anyhow, gender's fake. She kisses him. He returns the favor with enthusiasm. They break their embrace.
And they fuck.
Now I'm all right.
He kisses her again.
Mwah.
What happened?
Kurt is surrounded
We all
by
need
people
a
he
nap.
saved. A man
Canopy
gratefully
scene.
shakes Kurt's three-fingered hand. An attractive reporter looks at him with admiration.
This would never happen.
That would never happen.
You're an amazing athlete. Have you considered a professional career?
Not really.
You should.
Okay.
Oh,
I would like to
box of
stop
tea.
for a moment to say that this reporter's "you should" has, quote, flirtatious
It does say
around
that.
it.
does
Because
say that.
nothing says I want to fuck you like you should be an athlete.
And
Yeah,
also, this woman, very
Yes.
unprofessional.
Yeah. I'm covering you for the nightly news, but I'd like to cover you with my titties. We're 3 pages left.
We're so
Wolverine and
close.
Kitty.
Thank God.
Kitty stands next to Wolverine. He puts his arm around her.
How'd you know I'd phase?
It mattered.
Also, we did this earlier where we shot an arrow at you and that seemed to work also.
Yeah. Remember the last time we put
If
your
it's
life
life
in
or
danger?
death,
I
you
didn't phase
can.
then. Yeah, I know. Funny, right? Over at Xavier, the
Wait,
governor
what?
hesitantly approaches him.
What? What? Okay.
Okay,
That makes
again, I
sense.
really just want to point out, this would be Mario Cuomo.
So Cuomo goes, "Excuse me, professor. I think we owe you an apology."
No, you don't.
Xavier smiles at the governor, gratified.
But wait,
and
no
then
one's
we
been
go
exonerated.
we dissolved to the expansion, so we never know
Wait,
what the
wait,
fuck happened.
hold on. What? How do they absolve themselves from any
The
of this?
governor's just like, hey, so I know that I may have let a private citizen both try you and attempt to kill you in defiance of the justice system, but maybe we can start over.
But also, like, how does he know that Xavier didn't do it?
I know. This script is really fucking bad. Like,
It
I
is
know
really
we've said it a
bad.
lot of times, but we can't. We need to say it on every page because it's that
This
important.
guy was like writing it's like when you're writing an essay for like school or something.
Yeah,
like
and
that,
he's just like, gotta finish,
you're-
gotta finish, gotta
Yeah,
finish.
you're in that last hour before
Deadline,
you gotta turn
what-
it in.
who
You're
isn't on
like, I'm
deadline?
just gonna write whatever even like comes to my mind here. We're just gonna be like, it's like you write this huge history report, and then at the end you're like, and then they like all like fought and went
Rocks
home.
fall, everyone died.
In conclusion,
Sounds like
comma,
one of my stories.
Yeah, honestly, yeah,
I
it
am
sounds
very
like Warcraft
carefully
Valley.
not going
It
to
is.
comment on the subject of what student papers look like when they tan them at the last second. Thank you.
Oh, now
Resolve
I'm pleased
to
jail.
X Mansion Day. We've gone from the X Jail to the X Mansion. The
Heyo.
X-Men are packing up vehicles with luggage. Kurt is sitting in a Jeep with the attractive reporter. That's capitalized attractive reporter.
Wow, they got together?
Wow.
They hooked
Okay.
up.
Okay,
They
all
fucked. Jean and Scott are loading luggage into the trunk of a car for a beach vacation because you can tell that based
On the luggage.
on the luggage,
It's just
Wolverine
bikinis out of
just-
both of their suitcases just
nothing but,
spilling
like,
out.
Speedos and
Yeah.
shit. Wolverine is carrying a wilderness backpack.
Of course he
I'll
is.
give him
Of
that
course
one.
he
A
is.
taxi driver puts Kitty's suitcase in the
Wait,
trunk.
hold on a second. Kitty's going back home. Where the fuck were her parents when she was missing for all these weeks in a fucking hole?
Yep.
I know.
Yeah. At no point were they just like, I wonder how she's doing at school. She's fine. We're not
They just-
watching the
they-
news.
yeah,
whatever.
right.
There's
It's kinda
no
weird.
way that this story would be national news that gets all the way back to Chicago.
Right.
Xavier turns into Optimus Prime and rolls out. Without his saying anything, the activity
Okay.
stops and everyone turns to him with dread. Well,
The
it's
president
Xavier.
just called. The president just called. The
Excitement.
president just called.
He just
president
called.
just called.
Everyone's excited.
Then he's I like how he comes in and he's like totally monotone. He's like, the president just called. And then he's like, excitement. He wants to meet with us right away.
And then everyone
And everybody
groans?
groans.
Why? I don't understand these reactions.
I don't know.
What'd you tell him?
What's happening?
94 would have been Bill Clinton, right? No.
I guess.
Ah,
Or was it
okay.
still
It would have been him or
Senior?
W. Or not.
I said
no, it would have
I
been
said we'd call him
W's
when you
dad.
get back from vacation.
Yeah, Bush Senior.
whatever.
I said
President-
Yay, summer vacation.
Anyway, Jean says, what'd you tell him?
Oh, I just wrote the line and went ahead. Oh, I said.
Yeah.
He went ahead and delivered the line while we were not knowing who the
He
president
did.
was.
I said we'd all call him when you get back from vacation. Then everyone.
Everyone
Summer
cheers!
vacation. He's like, have a good time on spring break.
Spring break!
Yeah,
Jean
right.
kisses Xavier on his bald head.
Ew. I don't want
That
to
is
see Jean
gross.
and Xavier kissing.
I know.
No.
You're the best. I don't want to say that. I'm sorry.
Gross.
She and
Sorry,
Scott get
everyone.
off in their car and drive off honking.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
I just envision their car with the La Cucaracha horn.
It's only just because of an episode of The Simpsons.
Kitty's cab pulls up next to Kurt's Jeep. She rolls down the window and looks jealously at his girl space friend. Important.
Oh,
Not girlfriend, one word.
this
girl,
is girl
space
friend.
friend.
They're not fucking because he's gay.
He's gay.
Don't have too much fun.
You coming back?
Wouldn't miss it.
Kurt
Kurt
winks.
winks.
Everyone groans. The Jeep and the taxi drive off. Wolverine and Xavier are the only ones left.
You're gonna be okay?
I lived alone for years.
I'm heading up to the woods. Gonna scatter Jason's ashes.
Oh, your boyfriend.
I guess they
Oh,
were
fucking-
dating. I didn't think they
Xavier.
were, but
Xavier
Okay.
nods sympathetically.
When did they burn him? Oh, whatever.
I don't know.
Right?
I love the idea
He's
that his
dead.
body was just lying around for a week or change. So like, and someone's suddenly like, "Hey, what happened to Jason's corpse?" Like
Ooh.
Wolverine's got it in a freezer in the basement.
With some deer.
oh come
Hey,
on, guys,
everybody,
we're on the
I made
last
chili.
One
page. Can
package
we
marked
get through this?
venison, the other
Come
package
on.
marked ex-boyfriend.
It's funny. Now everybody loves us.
Don't expect us to last because it makes no fucking sense.
They'll
I know, right?
remember
We already know why
bombed
they
a
love
lot
us
of
now,
churches
so-
like tomorrow. Don't-
Yeah, next episode, everyone hates us again. Who, me? I don't expect nothing from nobody.
They shake hands. Wolverine walks off towards the woods. Thank you, Ryan. After a few steps, he turns around.
He just walks into like the woods behind the X-Mansion.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
He's like camping in the
He's
backyard.
backing
I'm
up
going
and
into the
then he's just
backyard.
driving
I'm
in the
running
backyard.
away.
I'm leaving home.
But every now and then, somebody surprises me.
Who?
What is that
Professor
supposed to
Xavier,
mean?
not
I
in
don't
this
fucking
movie.
know.
Professor Xavier smiles and waves. Wolverine smiles back and waves. Wolverine walks into the trees,
Does he,
which
like,
in my
walk
head is
into-
literally
He's like
walking
walking
into a
into the
tree.
He's like, ow!
Dunk.
Xavier turns his chair around and rolls
Logan
inside.
walks into the tree and he goes, "Who did that, bub?"
Sabretooth!
Claws out.
He just drifts into it like Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm seeing Sideshow Bob vibes where he like steps
He
on
steps
the
on the
rake.
rake.
tree.
Okay,
Whack.
we've got one line left, guys. We can do this.
The Wolverine, and the door closes on the Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters.
The
end.
End.
Holy shit!
God.
At last, we are
what the hell was
free.
that ending?
Never again.
Terrible.
What the hell was that
terrible.
movie? What
Never
the hell
again.
was any of that?
What I actually enjoy is that Prince gets killed just like Jean in X3.
Yeah,
He does.
Oh yeah.
he does. He does.
They borrowed some stuff from this movie, unfortunately.
Logan
Do you
walks
think
towards
they
him in
did?
slow motion
Do you
and then
think
fights
that,
him to death.
like, Brian...
There's some scenes in here that are very like similar, like Lady Deathstrike versus Logan.
Yeah,
is, like,
which
Atalanta
that's
versus
X2,
Logan.
right?
I don't think it's
thought
that
it was
they
X3,
borrowed
but-
from this script. I think it's that this script is so generic
That's entirely possible too.
that the stuff that they used is like it could have been in any movie.
I agree. I like that the first X-Men movie went with Rogue instead of Kitty. I know it's a controversial choice, but this movie actually makes it clear why Kitty would be an interesting choice against Magneto, at least. She can phase.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
the only part of this movie that I'm like, I could see it there. Like the Wolverine and Kitty vibes, there's a way better version of this movie that actually does that and could be good. But unfortunately, we read this movie, so that's too bad, I guess.
I don't know. Okay, so there was another movie that was made after this, or another screenplay that was pitched. I don't know when, because I don't have a date on it, which comes after this, called just X-Men by Andrew Kevin Walker, which seemingly, at least by looking at it, at least seems more professional than what we read.
Just about anything.
Okay, that's a
would
bar
be.
you could trip over. So
But we also have the Jim Shooter Dowser script, which we can read in one go because there's no actual lines. It's just like paragraphs.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, well, we will see if we can convince our friends
Anyone
to read a script
do
with
this
us
again?
when they are not live on the air.
I think we
I think
convinced
Truman and
them.
I are saying it all.
Yeah, both of you are communicating with your eyes, and Todd doesn't have the capacity to do that, but he might be. And
Hell no.
So
Wait, what? Are you saying you're not going to do this again?
I'm sure you can persuade me somehow.
I don't want to say this, but it couldn't possibly be worse than what we just read.
exactly.
it does.
I don't want to say that though.
I know. But
Yeah, why would you curse the next script that way, man?
Exactly.
Because it's good content.
it's good content.
Why would you open that
At
Mummies
least
2?
Logan's like the right age for that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
does anybody else
5.
have closing thoughts they want to share before we end this wonderful
This movie
stream?
is racist and misogynistic, and I don't. What is it called when you hate people who are like not mentally okay? Like I don't know. Like it makes fun of mental
Ableist?
health. Like
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
it's-
it kills a bunch of religions. Like we just burn mosques and put people on
and doesn't
crucifixes.
ever circle back around to like close
I
the
still
loop
think
on
the
that.
best,
Any
the
of that?
best bit of the religion thing.
Nope.
Okay, well they clearly pick
Also,
churches
like,
because
they're
if you
putting
want to
teenage
upset
girl-
people,
Yes.
Also, there's the scenes where they're making teenage girls get naked, and then
Yeah.
like
Right.
Yeah, the only
I still
character
think
who
the
gets
funniest
naked
thing in the
is
world
the
to me is when
underage
they're
one.
blowing up all the churches and they make sure to distinguish between Presbyterians and Catholics.
Yes.
That's
Love that.
Amazing.
so incredible.
You know,
They're like,
I
okay,
will
well,
say-
we blew up the Pope, but there's non-Catholic Christians too, right?
I don't think that part 3, like if I had to rank each of the parts, I feel like this part had the least offensive stuff in it.
it was also the most
Yeah.
boring.
Because
of
it
all
was
of it.
nothing
was
but
really
like
boring.
2 shots of people wrestling with equipment.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A lot of
Yeah.
it was like the lack of dialogue, and it was just like
you can't say any
cut,
fucked up
cut,
shit
cut.
if nobody's talking.
Yeah.
Oh well. All right, Ryan, why don't you look up our Patreon supporters, and I will remind the listeners
Well,
who
first,
happen to be
before we
tuning
do
in
that-
now that we are
No,
doing a Christmas
I am going to-
special
Yes.
on
Yay.
December 12th. I think we're doing it at 6 p.m. We usually do
We
these
are.
at 6:30, but that one we're
But
starting
this
it
one's
early,
different.
baby.
It's
We're starting
3
it at
hours
6.
long, guys. It's going to be a fundraiser for
It
the Trevor
is.
Project. And we're going to be doing a lot of the stuff we did last time, but like with some new twist to it. So this time we're going to be reading the X-Men Evolution special.
Christmas special. Way more fun than this script was. Way more fun. Genuinely a pretty fun episode.
We will
Less
have a
vegetable-oriented
secret
violence.
Sinister, which is like our Secret Santa that we'll have. We're going to do some trivia games where we will be, well, you guys will be playing the game that I'm presenting to you, in which you have to guess the name of a movie based on the X-Men references I am making.
A Christmas movie, presumably. Or just any movie? Okay.
No, okay. Christmas movie. It's going to be Christmas movies.
Okay.
And what else do we have? We're going to probably do Christmas
songs.
Carols?
Christmas carols.
Yes.
Songs.
Okay.
Nice.
And then we have some new stuff that we're going to add, but like we're in the process. So please tune into that. It'll be 6:00 p.m. Eastern time. It will be here on YouTube. It's
December
really
12th, Sunday.
You're only going to be hearing about that for the next couple of weeks because we're going to be amping that up to get the word out there. So,
and thanks to everybody who tuned in for all 3 of these. I know there are a lot of folks in the chat who watched along with this horrific script, and we appreciate every single one of you. Ryan, you want to do those shout outs before we lock it up for the evening?
Shout out to Samuel B, Somi, Soren B, and Zach S for being our top tier contributors on Patreon. We appreciate you. We love you.
You get our hosts and guests paid every month.
After this live stream, as we said, the next will be the one in December for the holiday special. And then after this, we will come back with either another X-Men script or the Dazzler script, whichever we feel. Dazzler might be, I think, honestly, it'd be fun for us to come back and do Dazzler together because it's so lighthearted and really funny.
And we deserve something good.
Okay, so here's my pitch, though. Maybe we hold that one off a little longer and we write a musical version.
Of what? Of Dazzler?
The Dazzler
script?
Of the
Dazzler script. You said there's no dialogue.
I write some songs and we perform it, and that sounds easy.
That's a thing that you can do, right? Like just busting out an entire musical's worth of songs. Yeah. You can do that in like a weekend? I'm sure it's fine.
Easy.
Okay.
Pro bono, no problem. You got it.
I have infinite time. Job? What job?
And it's not like you have anything else that you're doing in any given week.
We will see you
next time.
That's
Bye.
right. With Pluggy.
Bye, guys.
No, Pluggy died. Pluggy blew up.
That's true. He did.